So, in about 8 seconds, refresh Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, and just share. You just share it, right? So if anybody comments from your thing, I'll be able to see them over here.
It uploads on yours also. All right, there it is.
Just click share now.
Yeah. Yep, there it is.
All right, here we go, now. Oh no! I can hear him on his iPad mic. Uh-oh.
Wacky Wednesday.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Unfiltered. The real deal. No pre-planning. No chingaderas. Straight up from the bill.
Wacky Wednesday.
B-Town's very own.
It's Wacky Wednesday con El Bumper.
Here's your host, Bumper Gomez.
Shit, I gotta unmute our mic. God dang me. Eso, vato. Rookie, man. I'm all excited about the furniture way. Welcome to another episode of Bumpers Wacky Wednesday live from San Antonio, Texas. It has been a crazy week. I'd like to welcome everybody watching on behalf of my guest tonight. Right, my guest tonight. I told them if I F up their name, they're just going to give me the look, right? I don't know why I keep saying the word I keep saying after there. But it's pronounced Koehler Lane, like a street. Koehler Lane, yeah. Right? And, I want to thank everybody, man, for tuning in. I want to thank everybody who's made the show great success. It's growing. We're starting to expand a little bit more, and tonight is a prime example of what I mean by expanding. We're starting to bring in other guests that are they're for me they're Tejanos. Regardless of what you say, they're Tejanos. To me, Tejano is a lifestyle. Yes, there is a music genre that's covered by it, but at the same time, it's a lifestyle, right? Texas country, and I think that Southern rock sound, that all falls under the picture of who we are. But before we get into that, man, I just want to, quiero mandar saludos a todos, everybody watching. Everybody's been showing me love here lately. Thank you so much. And before I start, I want to give a big thank you to Mario Jimenez and all his crew there at Court Furniture here in San Antonio for this beautiful new studio that they put together for us. Greatly appreciated. And we're going to be talking a little bit more, later more about Court Furniture. But man, if you guys missed it, dude, this week, I know these guys missed it. This week, I had the honor and the privilege right there of arm wrestling one of the greatest arm wrestlers to ever walk the state of Texas, right? Grandma Rose from the San Antonio Arm Wrestling Association. I put my foot in my mouth the other day. I was on a podcast, guys, and I told the people, like, who the hell's Grandma Rose? And they're like, Grandma Rose, you don't know Grandma? I said, no, I don't know Grandma Rose. So I started talking smack like I usually do. And next thing you know, I was challenged. So Monday morning at Taco Haven, Southtown, here they had a freaking table set up, like a legit arm wrestling table. And bro, she kicked my ass. 72 years old. She kicked my ass. So again, man, saludos a todos, man. Thank you guys for joining us. Enough of me. I want to introduce the guys. Right? You know what? I'm not even gonna. I like doing this. Introduce yourselves, guys.
All right, guys. Well, appreciate y'all tuning in, and thank you to Mr. Bumper Gomez for inviting us here. My name's Robert Garza with the band Koehler Lane. I'm one of the frontmans and guitar players. Jonathan, you want to go for it, brother?
Sure. Once again, thank you as well for having us on here. I'm Jonathan Reese. I'm the drummer for Koehler Lane. I had the privilege of playing with Mr. Robert here, and it's
How long you been playing with him?
what I would say about
July, I think.
July, yeah.
Yeah, since July.
Damn.
Yeah, he's the fresh face to the group.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And you've been playing drums for a long time?
Oh, probably around 20 years.
That's a long
I'd
time.
say somewhere around there, yeah.
That's a long time. So I know a lot of you are probably asking yourself, they're like, wait a minute, Bumper mentioned the Solis brothers last week. And that's what I wanted to talk about as well. If you're watching and you're a fan of the Solis brothers, even if you're not a fan of the Solis brothers, you don't even know who they are. One of the Solis brothers, Christian, he's been sick here really lately. So they weren't able to make the show. And he's been really, really sick. And I want to send my personal prayers from my family to him, and hopefully gets well soon. And as soon as they're well and ready to rock and roll, they promise me they'll be right here back on the show. So again, prayers out to the Solis brothers. Christian, man, we're praying for you, brother. We hope you get well soon. So yeah, so I said, well, Solis brothers are country. I've been talking to you, and I'm like, let me call up these guys and see, right? Okay, dude, because it's rough, bro. Like, to call somebody like a day before, dude. But you know what? When I started the show, that's how it was. I'd call you and be like, hey, Rob, Koehler Lane, like you're gonna can you guys what are you doing tomorrow?
There you go, right?
Right, and that's what I would do. And then the next Tuesday, I would wait. I'd call people starting right after the show. And nobody would answer. I wouldn't get any callbacks. And Tuesday, bro, please, what are you doing? I need somebody tomorrow. And now we're booked, so it's good. It's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. And I know tonight we're gonna have a lot of the my Texas country guys that kind of follow the show that've been on here, which is great because it goes to show you that these guys are also from a small community. Like when I mean community, I'm talking the music scene, right?
Yeah.
That music scene. You guys know everybody that's on the road. You guys stay pretty busy?
You know, right now we're having a lot of, I would say, lineup changes in the band. Jonathan is one of the newer guys. Like I said, he's been with us since last summer. And he came in with a day's notice, just like we did right here to fill in this spot. Shout out again to the Solis brothers, man. You know, we're praying for y'all. And we had the opportunity. I played with the Solis brothers. Well, it was actually for a benefit for the Uvalde incident. And I got to share the stage with both of the brothers. So it was real good to play with them. But you know, in the sense of staying busy, you know, we try to book as much as we can. We all do have full-time jobs, so you know that conflicts sometimes with the booking. But because of that, we do like to book months in advance. That way, we can accommodate our work schedules. You know, request days off, things like that. But there are times when we get that phone call, like, "Hey, we need somebody right now, and can you do it?" And I start making phone calls, and whether all the guys are ready or not, we'll either hit them with a full band or we'll go in there acoustically and just do what we can with just a few of us.
I'm a fan of the acoustic stuff, bro.
You know, I actually am too. You know, it's fun.
To me like, don't get me wrong, I love live music, period, right? But acoustically is just more intimate, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel that you feel the song more. And I'm not knocking. Like, you got a full band, it sounds badass. It's badass, but you know, it's just like acoustic is just different, bro. It really, really is. But hey, for those of you that are like saying, "Oh man, are these guys gonna jam?" I promise you, there's a lot of guitars in here right now, and I even made them take down the cajon. If you don't know what a cajon is, well, you're about to find out here in a few minutes. You'll get to see what a cajon is. But to everybody watching on YouTube, bro, we can't forget about YouTube because then they get mad at me. Everybody watching on Bumper Gomez YouTube channel, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, a little Texas country, Southern rock style. And I want to talk about that, bro. It's one of the things we want to talk about, how, you know, fuck it, we'll talk about it right now, dude. To me, Texas country, when I've had artists as yourselves on the show, I always like to go back and say, I never knew, being in the Marine Corps, I didn't know what Texas country was. Like, to me, country was George Strait, Garth Brooks, Alan Jackson. That's the country I grew up with, right? I mean, I'm sure there was a Southern rock. I think Texas country kind of derives from the Southern rock where there's no more rock bands, right? The Southern rock and that Southern country, and they blended it together, and they said, screw Nashville, we're going to play what we want to play, and this, well, we're all from Texas, fuck it, let's call it Texas country music, right? Yep. And the red dirt scene is made, and there's just tons and tons and tons of artists that tour, and they pack houses. They really do. Like, they pack houses all over Texas. People like Aaron Watson, Randy Rogers, Kyle Park. I think that's what I keep saying.
You think about Kyle Park? Okay, all right. Yeah.
So yeah, man. But no, dude, I'm excited to have you guys here. I'm excited for my my viewers to get a little taste of something different, bro. It's cool. Like, I always talk about being different and being open to different stuff. But I want you two to know that what you guys play is Tejano too. It's not Tejano in the sense like we think Tejano music. You don't have an accordion. You're not singing in Spanish, right? You're playing Southern rock, Southern country music. But it's still a part of who we are here, especially here in South Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, this guy grew up in Refugio, Texas. There's only one thing that comes out of Refugio, Texas that's any good, and that's football. That's it.
Yep.
No, but I'm thinking, let's give you a hard time.
I mean, he's not
No.
lying.
So I mean, Refugio is one of those teams that, south of San Antonio, once you get deep in the playoffs, we don't really do too good. I mean, from 6A to 1A, we just don't do too good in football compared to the northern cities. Yeah. But Refugio's always there, bro. Every year you can count them being somewhere deep in the playoffs. But again, and then all the people joining on behalf of Koehler Lane, I want to welcome you to Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, where we do a majority of the artists we interview, of course, are Tejano music. But I'm excited, dude. I'm excited that you guys are here, and it's gonna be a good show, man. It's gonna be a really, really good show. So you're originally from where?
So I was born in San Antonio. I think because I don't remember. It's just what my parents have told me. I lived for about a year and a half or so when I was first born down in Edinburgh, so down in the Rio Grande Valley. And in 1993, I do know that specifically, we moved to Hondo because my dad was already working for the prison system for the state, and the prison in Hondo had just opened up, so my father went over there to help open the prison, and that was it. We were there.
Hey, dude, so this prison style is in your blood.
Yeah. But besides music, which my father's a musician also, and so is my grandfather, like, you can say I pretty much followed in my father's footsteps in every sense of the word. He's a musician. He's the first one to put a guitar in my hands. And it wasn't one of those things where it's like, hey, you're going to play music because I love it. It gave me the opportunity, like, hey, this is something I love. Let's see if you love it también. And here I still am.
Ay, lo, el vato está hablando español. Hey, for everybody watching, bro, there you go, right there. He's talking Spanish, dog.
The valley comes back every now and then, but
So what does that mean again?
Let's go. So I've been playing music since I was little bitty. Just following in his footsteps, and like I said, it's a passion that I got from him and from my grandfather. And then, I can't even remember how young I was, but I knew, besides music, I wanted a life in public service, and more specifically the law enforcement aspect.
And how long have you been playing? How old were you when you picked up a guitar?
So I was 7.
Is that how y'all say it? A guitar.
Yeah, I was 7. I was 7 years old when my dad first put a guitar in my hands, and before that, actually, I was 5 when my dad had me in piano lessons. So I was already playing piano when I was 5. 2 years later, my dad has a guitar. I start taking interest in, and he puts it in my hands. And my dad's not even a guitar player; he's a bass guitar player. But like most bass guitar players, they have an understanding of the guitar. So he taught me 3 chords. He taught me G, C, and F.
Those are the easiest ones.
And that's because that's all he knew. So he taught me what he knew. He's like, hey, this is all I know. And more specifically, he taught me the one song that has been in my memory since I was then, because again, that's all he knew. And that
What song was that?
La Bamba. That's the first song I learned when I was 7.
Bro, hold on. That's a hard song to play on the guitar. Ding, 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 the begin. That's not.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna,
Dude, bring that shit out right now. There you go. Bring that shit out right now. Saludos, Edgar. Shout out to Rose Marie Alvarez Tartan. Grandma Rose. I probably said her age number, so that's probably somebody called her and said, he said your age, Grandma Rose. So shout out to Grandma Rose. Sergio Barbosa up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Thank you for tuning in. The Tejano historian, Felipe Leal. Before you play La Bamba, bro, we're going to dedicate this. We're going to dedicate this to my videographer, Felipe Leal. Dude, you know, you got friends in this world, and you got friends who just like will drop whatever they're doing to help you out.
Oh, yeah.
Felipe is, okay, I'm not going to say what he does for a living, right? But he loves videography, photography, stuff like that. So we came, and I said, hey, they're going to bring the stuff for the new studio, right? But I wasn't ready for him, so I had all the stuff in the garage. And I had to take all the old stuff out. And so he just so happened to be here. He's like, all right, fuck it. Let's do it. I'll help you out. So we took everything out and we revamped the whole thing. Me and him did it. And dude, he drove back to he came from Houston just to come help me.
That's a good friend.
And drove back to Houston. Yeah. Wow. He came. We're working on some stuff. We're working on trying to I know the cameras are pretty clear. If you guys got good connection, they're usually pretty good. But we're trying to get the cameras even sharper, a little bit better, a little more professional. So we came, we try to do some stuff, some little techie stuff. It didn't work out like we wanted to. But shout out to AGL Videography, Photography. If you guys ever want to shoot a video, bro, he is amazing at making videos. Amazing. He's an amazing videographer. Anybody, all my friends out there. So shout out to Felipe. And Felipe, thank you from the bottom of my heart, bro. I told him, send me a text when you get home. Bro, I looked at it this morning. I'm like, oh, la chingada. You got home fast, bro. So
like,
shout out.
Man, it's 80 and above over there.
So shout out to Felipe, man. So what's up, Marta Garcia, Jonathan Jimenez. What's up, man? Grandma Rose, thank you. Everything looks awesome. Even the ugly Coors Light. We'll even say the ugly Coors Light looks good with the.
Come on.
Yeah, puro agua, vato. Puro agua.
Shout out to Steven Hernandez, my old coworker. He's watching right now.
Okay, what's up, Steven? Was he already a fan of Bumpers Wacky Wins, or he's watching on your behalf?
I think he's watching on our behalf, man.
Okay.
So we appreciate it.
Well, make sure that you everybody watching on behalf of Koehler Lane, make sure you guys subscribe to Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. I would greatly appreciate it. And you can find all the interviews that we've done. These guys will be on part of the log that we have of interviews. Yeah. So right here, man, live from the Wacky Wednesday studio. He said the very first song that he learned, but what he doesn't know, I don't know. Did you pay attention to my wall?
Oh, come on. Really?
So that's why he said that. Maybe that's why he said. No. Everybody that knows me personally knows the movie La Bamba is my all-time favorite movie since I think I was in 4th grade or 5th grade when that movie came out. And we went to the movies and watched it. Like, my mom's like, again? Mom, it's only $1. It's $1 movie. Calm down. You know what I mean? So, right here in La Bamba, live from the Wacky Wednesday studio, man.
All right, everybody hear that? All right. So, full disclosure, I've never sang this song, actually, though. I learned how to play it, but I didn't sing it.
Well, just play it. You don't. If you want to sing, you can sing it. Are you a fan of the movie?
Oh, that movie. Give me that. I actually really believe that's one of the movies. There you go. Put that there for now. We'll be right back with that.
Hey, real quick, shout out to Leon Galvan and all his sound company. He said, Bump, I think you need a riser for the couch in the back. Well, I know a guy.
He's really short.
I know a guy that lives out in the country that has a lot of time on his hands right now. His name is Leon Gavan, and I think he could build me one. He's the one talking about it, so he can build me a ride. I'll send you the dimensions, Leon. And what time? About 2 o'clock tomorrow, I'll be ready. 3 o'clock, I put ahí. Lo pongo ahí. We'll paint it black. They'll never know. We'll lift the couch. I think you're right. I think it'll look cool. A little bit lifted, a little lifted at the back. So, let's see. Where I was going with the thing. So the movie La Bamba. You're a fan of the movie La Bamba? What is the first song played when the movie starts?
When the movie starts?
Yeah. Got 18 miles of barbed wire. Who do you love? Bob's
on the bike.
Woo, he's gone. Check it out, right? Again, me and my brothers, we know every word to that movie, every song, every forward and backwards. I'm glad you said that. You started the show off with that. That broke the ice right there. Broke the ice, man. So how in the hell did a guy from Refugio find this guy from Hondo, Texas?
Man, it was what was it? Who gives a shit? I need a gig.
Yeah, there's
shout out to that Facebook page. Of course,
there's a Facebook page. I don't know if anybody you've had on here has talked about it, but I know everybody that I've seen you interview is on it because I've seen them on it. So there's this Facebook page that originated in San Antonio. It's actually branched across the state already now, but it's called "Who Gives a Shit? I Need a Gig." And it's just a classifieds, basically. You post on there like, hey,
this is the first time I ever heard of it.
Are you serious?
To all my people I've had on the show, how dare you not tell me about this? All right.
So, and it's not just musicians anymore. Now there's DJs on there. There's just sound guys, venues,
photographers, all
anybody looking for any kind of work in the music industry. We're all on there, and you post on there like, hey, I'm available this Friday. I'm looking for a gig. Or venues will post, hey, I have this open. I need a band. And they'll tell you what styles. I need Tejano, I need country, I need swing, jazz, whatever. We're all on there. And we were in a jam last summer. Our drummer we had with us before Jonathan here had to back out last minute for some other reasons. But it happened right before we were going on a weekend run. So we were like, damn, we need a drummer like now. And I start calling all my buddies that I know, like, hey, are you free? Are you free? Are you free? And everybody was booked already. So I post on there. I'll post on that Facebook page. Hey, drummer for this weekend, gig Friday, gig Saturday, gig in Bandera. The Saturday gig was a big one for us. It was actually one of my bucket list venues, and this dude's one of the first ones to reply. And I'm like, hey, send me some videos of you playing. Let me see what's up. Boom. Got videos of him playing, and I'm like, when can you rehearse? Let's go. Let's do this. And yeah.
And it was one of those, even the music, some of the music I didn't even know, but I'm like, let's see what happens. Yeah, let's
hold this beat, bro. Hey, if Bob from La Mama can do it, dog, anybody can do it, right? If Bob from La Mama can do it, anybody can, man.
They don't hear me singing in the back, but I'm singing.
And before I forget, man, not to dim the mood, but today I lost one of my good friends growing up, man, in Beeville, Eddie Fulgham. So, my condolences to the Fulgham family. They're out of Beeville, Texas. Eddie he played basketball with us. He lived right across the street from us, grew up with us. So, yeah, man, young guy, too young for that. But, again, so, first, saludos to the Fulgham family, and again, our condolences. So you find this dude on this offer up for fucking musicians now, right? That's what it is, bro. Offer up, pinche. Yeah. What was the other one before offer up? What was it called? Nobody uses it no more. Craigslist. Do people still use Craigslist?
Man, if they are, I don't want to know what they're using it for.
No idea.
Hey, people watching, do y'all still use Craigslist? I don't know if people still use
I know y'all do. Don't be shy.
Use Craigslist, man. So you said your dad was a musician, worked in the prison system as well, as a guard for the people watching. Not in prison, he was a guard.
Yeah, he worked there as a guard, not as a trustee.
So at a young age, he showed you those 3 chords. What was the music you grew up with in your house?
I was, and I think everybody can say this. I mean, it's not just like I'm unique or special, but I think we're all heavily influenced by the music our parents listen to.
Oh yeah.
Now, my dad being from the Valley, it was all conjunto music. My grandfather, before he came over to Texas, because my grandfather, Abuelo Pancho, he was an actual recording artist in Mexico. That's all he did for a living. You know, he played music. That was his thing. And my grandmother, I actually just found out maybe about a year ago that she was a songwriter.
Oh wow!
So he was playing and she was writing music.
Well, you gotta find one of her songs, bro.
He's got some music on YouTube.
You gonna
Some old recordings are on YouTube of my Abuelo Pancho on there.
and you're gonna re-record it?
You know, I've actually been really thinking about it. You know, because I know what the music came from my dad, but I know he got it from my grandpa. You know what I mean? And there's I've got old pictures that I found of my dad playing bass in my grandpa's band. You know, my dad had to be 10, 11 years old playing bass up there with him. And some of the old what did my dad call them? They're the old vinyls, but they're not the little ones. What are they? I can't remember what my dad called them.
The 45s?
Yes, there you go. My abuela still has them at the house, and my dad was recording with my grandpa when he was 10, 11 years old. So
when we say recording, you've been saying music, songwriting, music, recording. What kind of music was it?
So, like I said, growing up with him and what they were playing was all conjunto. Of course,
You said that about your dad, but your grandfather also was conjunto music?
Yeah.
Orale.
Okay. All conjunto. And there's actually pictures and videos of me when I was 3, and I'm on stage with my grandpa with a little toy accordion, and I'm just going. You know, my whole heart's into it with the accordion. You know, just going to town right there playing with my grandpa on stage, and. So, you know, I grew up with all the conjunto music because of my parents and whatnot. My mom's originally from Divine. So she's from right up the road where I grew up in Hondo. And, you know, my parents were both born in the 60s, so they were going through the 70s and 80s and whatnot. And I always remember my dad had a big old cassette briefcase. You know, like when we were growing up,
the
had
books.
the CDs.
Yeah.
Right? Well, my dad had the whole thing of cassettes in his truck. And there was 3 cassettes that I listened to basically on repeat. One was Boston. My dad had the Greatest Hits Boston collection on cassette. My mom introduced me to a lot of like hair metal rock. She was a big Scorpions fan and
Ooh, chingasato puro heavy metal.
Billy Squier, man. I listened to Billy Squier like crazy. I can't believe that tape still exists because my parents still have it and it still works.
I got you.
And the third one actually was Albert Zamora. I love Albert Zamora music. It takes me back to when I was little bitty. You know, and that dude was a beast and still is a beast on the
What's your favorite Boston song? Because I can't even name a Boston song.
You know, everybody wants to go with more than a few.
I can't. People who called right before the show, right?
Yeah.
All the time he goes, "What, bro? I couldn't name you," and people are gonna give me shit, right? I couldn't name. I know Tommy Lee. See, I was gonna call him Tommy Lee Jones. Molly Crew, right? Like I know Tommy Lee. I know Axl Rose. I don't know any of the Metallica guys. That wasn't never my thing, bro. Yeah. To me, that music was like música del diablo, right? Because all my friends that listen to that music, they were wearing black skinny jeans before black skinny jeans were cool, dog. Yep. With the black jean jacket, and then every other day they would switch out the patches in the back. Megadeth, Metallica, Motley Crue, and that was never my thing, bro.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. To me, it was like just noise. No, I know people. Ahorita está Joey hitting the screen. What are you? It's noise. No, I'm just saying.
Together.
You know, I love like oldies, like lowrider oldies. I love Tejano music, right? When the gangster rap was in, I loved the Eazy-E's, the NWA, Snoop when he came out. Like I that was my era, right? And then of course freestyle music, right? Stevie B, Lisa, that music was, to me, that was the shit, right? You could understand what they were saying. I hear him and I'm like, what the fuck? And then people would sing it. I'm like, dude, what? How do you know what he's saying? I opened up the CD. I saw the lyrics. Nobody does that no more, right? You have to Google it. Remember back in the day? That's why you wanted the CD. You can open it up, see the pictures, and hopefully they had the lyrics to the song. So when you did hear a song, be like, I think he's saying this, but fuck it, I'm gonna check it out anyway, right? Yep. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. So that's cool, bro. So you that goes to show kind of where you're at right now, right? Because you have a blend of all that. to make you where you're at right now?
Yeah, we really do. Our shows, our set lists, they're very sporadic. They're very. I mean, we'll go from a Garth Brooks song to the next song is
Tonic.
Tonic.
Yeah.
A rock band from the '90s.
I was gonna say, you want a tonic or?
Tonic?
Now, apparently, I'm already drinking water.
Hey, hey, no está tomando puro agua with bubbles. Agua with bubbles. You drink Coors Light, you're drinking agua with bubbles. That goes to my boy Isidro Gutierrez out there in Hebronville, Texas. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're
Yeah.
good. Some good bubbles.
So I'm gonna open up my Coors Light también right here. My Coors Light right here. But man, it's cool, dude. I had him bring down his cajon. Have you played with him with the using the cajon?
Yeah, we played like 2 or 3 shows maybe.
Two, 3 shows acoustically.
Yeah.
Hey, show me some thumbs up, some hearts. If I get enough hearts and thumbs, I might move the table out a little bit. And I might even let him bring his cajon, and he's gonna sit his referio ass right here, play the cajon, and we're gonna come up. We'll sing. Can you do one of your songs or no?
Yeah, we can do our
Hey, Carlos, is it okay? Can they do one of their songs or what? Shout out to Carlos y los Cachorros out
Carlos.
there. And what, Pearsall? Dilly?
He's in Pearsall.
In Pearsall. I'm going to get him on the show. He's going to talk shit. Bumper's been telling me that forever. I'm sorry, Carlos. I'm a busy man. And real quick, big saludos to my good buddy. His name is Tu Amigo Pete. Tu Amigo Pete. He shows love to Texas country. Like today, I was listening today. He was playing some Solis Brothers. So if you guys, when you guys come up with your thing, man, I'll tell you this. Don't be not nervous or scared, because that's not the word I want to use, but don't be shy. And do you guys float TikTok and you kind of see the DJs that DJ? Mm-hmm. Hey man, if you want to get your name out, especially like locally to grow, those are the dudes that'll do it for you, bro. They're doing those. I mean, if you go to KJ and you tell them, hey, I want to hear a Koehler Lane song, what are they gonna say? They're probably gonna be like, who? That's a street behind the radio station over here somewhere, or what?
He wanted to say
But
Caleb Park.
you go to somebody like Tu Amigo Pete, you give them their music, they'll play it, bro. They'll play it, and they say, hey, this is a new one by Koehler Lane. Guys, check it out. These guys are from 35 South in San Antonio. Boom, check them out. Little Chicanitos playing badass country music. Bam. And next thing you know, people are asking for your shit. Yeah. So if you guys don't do that already, everybody that passes through here to the podcast, I tell them, man, like, hey, make sure that you do the diligence of going through social media and showing these guys love, because they're doing it. Most guys do it for free, man. I mean, they're just that they love music, you know what I mean? And they get to share it with the world. And it means a lot to them when the artists stop by, say, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you spinning my stuff. So once you guys get it, you got it, make sure you get somebody and start sending that shit out, dude, because those are the guys that'll get it going, you know what I mean? Juan Hernandez, what's up? Watching all the way from Moses Lake, Washington.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Washington. Moses Lake, Washington. Raulito Navaira, para todos in Millet, Texas. I hope I said that right. Raulito Navaira is watching you guys, man.
Hey, what's going on?
All right?
Hey,
Shout out to Raulito Navaira. My cousin Orlando, who's one day I'm going to get, he's my primo, bro. And he's like you. He likes to play the guitar and sing. Since we were younger, I know he's always done that. And I got to get him on the show, dude. I owe him that. He watches week in and week out. You want to jam a little bit or what?
Yeah. You want to get your box?
Or do you gotta hit the water a little bit, or what's going? You need a shot.
A little park, maybe a little water.
You need a código shot. This guy hangs out with. Nah, we're not gonna talk about that. This guy hangs out with George Strait. Albert Ramirez, Grupo Macizos in the house.
Hey,
you
want to know something funny?
Oh shit!
Hey, Albert.
Pearsall, Dilly, these guys. Everybody knows everybody.
Well, check it out. So, I worked in Dilley for a lot of years. There's a prison in Dilley. There's a federal holding facility over there that's run by ICE. I did a brief time in the oil field where I was in Dilley. So I worked in Dilley a lot. And she's watching right now. So my wife, hey babe, I love you. I met her in Dili. She's from Dili. I marry into this family. Albert Ramirez and Almaciso, they're all my cousins.
Now through your wife.
Through my wife, yeah.
So
what's up,
great family, dude. And if you've never stopped at Garcia's Bar and Grill, ask for the steak. Listen to me. Ask for the steak. And if Coito's there, make sure Coito cooks it. I don't know if he's still back there cooking, but if he is, he makes a badass steak. So shout out to Garcia's. Shout out to Macizo. Shout out to everybody in Dili, Pearsall area. They're my homies, bro. I always show those guys love. But yeah, dude, we can move the guitar pick forward. Put your cajon right there, and then you'll be like on a riser for Leon. He'll be happy because you'll be high.
You can't see me.
Let's see.
Move it forward or wherever you want to go with it.
While they're doing that, I'm going to put the camera on me. We're going to talk a little bit. Yeah, man. Saludos a todos, everybody. To amigo Pete, Jonathan Jimenez. Thank you, man. Let's see who else is on here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Jonathan Jimenez, he says, send it to me. We'll play it on Midwest Tejano Radio. We play Michael Salgado's country music. So why not play your guys' country music, man?
Awesome.
Hey,
We really appreciate
el vato tiene patty la chingada arriba del...
Hey, no judgment.
You know what I mean?
Oh, hey, bro. We're not riding bulls or playing golf or baseball here, bro.
That goes back from
Hold on.
from John Eric.
Joey Jams, when he plays a cajon, he doesn't use a glove. Joey, you know what? I think he does use gloves when he plays the drums.
Oh.
When he plays the drums because
I guess you don't wanna
he
lose
uses fiberglass or some shit. No, he don't use like the wood stuff, man. Saludos to everybody watching. Hey, man, I told you guys to have your cold beers ready. You're gonna need them, even if you're drinking water with bubbles, like my boy right here. It's all good. I'm not gonna let him live it down. But right here, man, Koehler Lane. Right here at Bumper's Wacky Wednesday Studio. Hey, whatever you guys want to play, bro. I'm down. I'm down to listen.
We're gonna jam this first one right quick. This is actually the song that we're working in. We're working in the studio with Carlos and Carlos Rodriguez. You know, shout out to Carlos again in Pearsall. We've already recorded the song. The band going in and laying down the tracks, recording every instrument. That's already been done. So we're just fine. You know, getting the song prepared to actually be out there. That way you can stream it and radio play and all that good stuff. But this is that song. It's a how would I say it? It's a darker country song. Like this is one of them songs where you're on the back road by yourself, you know, in your feelings probably. But
well, let's talk about it before you sing. Okay, so it's it's a song that you wrote?
No, actually, I didn't write this song. There's this if anybody's watching from Medina County, the Solis brothers from Medina County, right? So there's another
Castro area, right?
Yeah, and you know, I'm right down the road in Hondo. You got Nate De Leon. Shout out to Nate De Leon from Natalia. And another Hondo native guy, Jordan Gauna, making big moves in the scene right now, is from Hondo también. And me and Jordan played together for years. And, you know, I had our band go off, and then he started his band, and he's been doing awesome. But in Hondo, in the early 2000s, there was this country rock band called Buster Jigs. And they were real big in the 2000s. I mean, they were
Buster Jinx.
Buster Jigs, 2 G's.
Buster Jigs.
Yeah.
Like a fishing, like a jig, like a jig.
So, you couldn't go anywhere in Hondo in the early 2000s, especially in high school where I was at. You know, you walk down the hallway, there's T-shirts, Buster Jigs T-shirts everywhere in the hallway. You go out into the parking lot, Buster Jigs stickers all over the vehicles. You know, these were our rock stars in Hondo growing up. You know what I mean? And they were playing everywhere. They were playing with Randy Rogers, with all these guys. And long story short, this song was actually originally recorded by them, but it only exists on CD. There's nowhere online you can get this song. So unless you got one of those CDs,
then you got I got you.
And me growing up with this music in Hondo, you know, I was in high school during this time, and you know that's what we listened to. You know, these were our local rock stars. You know, supporting, we loved them. And Hondo, as small as it is, most of us were family in some way or another.
Yeah, everybody knows everybody. Small town mentality.
So the songwriter for this, her name is Kristen Minnick. Now, she was the guitar player for the band. Her husband, Scott Minnick, was the drummer. They're the two that started the band. And this song was one of my favorite songs. It was off of their album, Duct Tape. Great song.
Pinches words, duct tape, the jig, la chingada, dang, all kinds of stuff going on.
The lead singer at the time, his name was Will Dodson. Now, Will Dodson was from Sabinal, so right down the road from Hondo. And, you know, it's like I said, we grew up listening to him. And the first band I was ever in, Scott Minnick, the drummer, his younger cousin, Jake, was the one that I was in the band with. So Buster Jigs took us under their wing. They were in their late 20s and we're all teenagers over here, and they're like, "Hey, we're playing over here. Why don't you come over?"
So this was a song that maybe like you gravitated to.
Yeah, and
Okay.
They would take us under the wing, like, "Hey, you got your little 16, 17-year-old band, come open for us." And
Yeah.
we'd go play at these local dive bars and all the local honky tonks around Hondo, and we'd go open for them. The real reason I wanted to record this song though is more of a tribute to not just Buster Jigs but to Scott. So in 2016, very suddenly and very unexpectedly, Scott passed away. No warning, no anything. It was, if I'm not mistaken, it was just a very random brain hemorrhage. When he passed, honestly, Buster Jigs did too, the band.
Hey, Rob, Rob, can I call you
No,
Rob?
go for it, Rob.
All right, Rob. I liked you already, bro. And guys, this is the first time that we, a lot of the guests that we have on Wacky Wednesday, I know them. Like I was telling him before the show, like I know these guys. They're I don't know these guys, right? You know what I mean? We've been talking for a long time through text and messenger and stuff, but this is the first time. But dude, if you tell me the right answer, bro, you're on my good side already, dog. Neta.
Put me on the spot.
Bro, do you associate with Martin Ramos?
Is Martin watching?
Oh, bro, he already called you a chota. He's a chota too, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, okay. So Martin Ramos, man. Martin Ramos. So
Shout out to Martin Ramos, everybody in
I
George
miss you,
West,
buddy,
Three
man.
Rivers area. Man, hey. That dude came here one night drunk as shit with his buddy who's another cop. Martin, what was the name of your guy? And we were doing a live just bullshitting. I put him on the spot. He grabbed my guitar. He started singing and people were like, keep him going. They wanted him to play.
Yep.
And he just came to drink. He didn't even, you know what I mean? All right, we were getting away from it. I saw it, so I said, let me ask him, bro.
Martin,
So shout out to Martin Ramos. Yeah, bro. Let's hear this dark.
We're gonna talk about Martin a little bit later, but yeah, let's anyway, long story short, we're recording this song with the blessing of the songwriters. Kristen Minute gave us permission.
Do you remember a group named Firefox? Raulito Novaira. Raulito Novaira is like a country. That guy knows everything about old school. Dude, don't even get him started, bro, because he knows all that stuff. You would think that he does know all this Tejano, but he knows that old country western stuff, man.
All right. So this song's called Black Top and Empty Roads. It's gonna be coming out. Very
Billy
soon.
Kimbrough was the name of the guy that was here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know him?
Yep.
Billy Kimbrough.
Ready, brother? I can hear her call my name. The raindrops fall and they hit my windshield. They break apart in the fracture light. The streams that seem to run on forever, like the road before my eyes.
Chica, bro. Don't leave that guitar right there, dog. Dude, that was, dude. I'm. This is why I love doing a live show, right? I just told you guys the honest truth. Rob, we have probably not even voice wise, right? We have gone through texts and messages for probably about 4 or 5 months, right?
We talked for the first time in person 10 minutes before the show.
There you go. 10 minutes before the show, right? He sent me some video clips, but live it's kind of hard to tell. And I tell you guys all the time, like when I have artists come here and they sing off the cuff like that, a lot of people won't do what he's doing. I'm being honest with you. People that you love to listen to in Tejano, in any genre, a lot of people don't like singing off the. They just don't. They're uncomfortable, right? But my grown kids are coming over here looking in, so I know you guys are jamming out because they're like, "What the hell is going on?" But to everybody watching, man, I know it sounded great out there. It sounded amazing in here, man. The cajon was sounding bad. Dude, you need to get this guy some more bubbles and water, bro, because that shit sounded amazing. So have you guys ever played it at, okay, so Fanfare is Tejano, right? It's a Tejano based thing. But I got a buddy of mine. He's from Colorado. I think he's soon to be a San Antonian here pretty soon. DJ Smoke. Okay. Right, another DJ, another guy. He's a retired Army first sergeant, I believe. But he DJs, right? He does a lot of Tejano, but he same thing. He promotes the shit out of anybody that wants to promote, right? Or get promoted. Bro, he just heard you right now, and I want to say I'm gonna put him on the spot, but I think that's the. What are you guys doing March? I think it's 16, 17, 18. You're booked? On the spot. I'll do it for you, Smoke. That's his bumper, bro. No, because what he does is he does off away from Market Square, right, where Fanfare usually goes. He takes over the VFW post 76. Okay. Right? You've been there before, the old VFW. And he does his own. He's got his own lineup, right? So if he's watching, hopefully he's still watching. Smoke, if you're on here, let me know if that's where you're going with it. I'll give these guys your information and you guys can talk. That's another great thing about Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, bro. You're never going to, like, people just hear you right now and people start writing it down like, hey, what, did he answer?
I need a country band for my
I need a country band for my Thursday show.
There's no win.
There you go, Papa, right there. We're not talking money yet, but they want to know. They'll talk to you about all that stuff, But see, that's what I mean, bro. This is why I love doing this, because what if he wasn't watching the show and you weren't here? You know what I mean? It's worth it, right? It's worth coming out here, freaking hanging out. But, dude, I want to go back to that song, dude. The song is fucking badass.
Yeah.
The lyrics are freaking, they were awesome. But, bro, your voice, no manches, bro. That shit was good, dog.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
That was like, when you speak right now, I can hear you. Habla español fluently?
No. It's very broken, but and my wife gives me hell about this all the time because she's fluent.
Well, you do have an accent, but what's weird, and this is Chicanito, I always say that, right? Because we're Chicano, and most of the guys I've had were younger. I'm not saying that he's not young, but right, Chicanitos that we've had here that do the country, right? They don't realize it, right? That when they speak, they have like we have an accent, whether you think so or not, right? You go up and speak to somebody in New York, they'd be like, "Hey, you're not from around here," right? They assume that you speak Spanish, even though you probably don't, but they assume it just because of the accent that we have. Now, what I find freaking awesome is that all the guys that I've had, I'm speaking for the guys that I've had here, Nate, Gabe Garcia, right? I'm having a brain fart, man. He's on here, their manager.
You're talking about Chase the Night.
Chase the Night,
hey,
bro.
Shout out to
Chase the Night. So Chase the Night, like when these dudes start singing in English, like start singing the song, that shit's gone. Like it's like, este vato, where's he from, bro? You know what I mean? But dude, I'm impressed.
Well, I really appreciate it.
I'm telling you right now, live, no más porque estás aquí. Being honest with you, you sounded good. People were on here, and people were digging it. So I told you better have your cold beer ready, whatever it is, and you're gonna get a little bit more of that tonight, man. Where can we find this? See, that's one of my kids. Where can I find this song? If you were listening, he said that the song is only on a CD. But let's talk about that. Is this something you want to put on the album or what you're working on?
So this is what the song we just played. That's actually going to be our first single. Like I said, we wanted to record this song. Especially growing up where I'm from, as a tribute to our good buddy that passed away, and making sure that their music continued on because it's nowhere online.
Rob, but is that a popular song with y'all's in y'all's genre, in y'all's little thing, or have you ever heard? Better yet, have you ever gone somewhere, walked into a honky tonk somewhere, and you heard somebody sing that song?
All right, we're gonna go back and I'm gonna answer that with a story. I
like stories. I like stories.
We haven't touched base on this yet, but it became a little relevant.
What was the name of the song? They're asking.
Blacktop Empty Roads.
Blacktop Empty Roads for Bevo. That's Charco Road.
Hey,
888. Yeah, look at these guys. They get all pumped up. Pinche 77. Even 77 is a back road.
Dunbar,
the barn right there on the county line of 202.
There you go. 202 going to Fukio. Woodsboro. All those back roads down that back that way.
So,
see, I sound country down that back that way.
I tell you what.
So we're gonna go to B County right quick. So me mentioning that I followed my father's footsteps. When I graduated high school, my first real job, I worked fast food in high school and stuff like that, and especially in Hondo, until you're 16, you can get one of them real jobs. It was all hauling hay. That's all we did. We hauled hay. But my first real job out of high school was I started working in the prison system. Now, that led me to move down to Beeville, and I started working at the McConnell unit down in
Shout out to Beeville, Texas 78102, baby.
So check it out. While I'm in Beeville, I'm a teenager. So naturally, I fall in with the other teenagers there. We start partying and whatnot. One of my roommates, I had two roommates. I had two roommates.
Hey, he's drinking Monster, but that's what he's drinking alcohol.
So I had two roommates. One was from Refugio. The other one was from George West. Those are my two roommates, and we all worked in the prison together. And we're all 18, 19-year-olds. We're all just dumb party kids. We're working.
You get your check on Friday, and you're broke by Monday.
Hey, exactly. So my roommate from George West introduced me to Martin. That's how I met Martin. We were all drinking and partying together at 18, 19, 20 years old. And, eventually after years, I move away. And we kind of reconnected because we went to the same police academy.
That's awesome, bro. That's cool. That's his primo right there.
Okay.
Adrian Acevedo.
So, I fell into a lot of this, like I said, that's how I ended up meeting Martin and drinking and having a good time. And, we stay in contact still. And so long story short, though, I'm living down in Beeville. And all of my buddies that I would hang out with, whether they were work-related or just friends like I had met, like Martin, they knew I always had my guitar with me. My guitar goes everywhere with me back then. It was always in my truck. No matter where we were going, my guitar was there.
So you roll, Richie.
Yeah. So, there you go. So, I don't know if it's still the spot now, but back then on Tuesday nights, Ropers in Corpus Christi was college night. That's where we always went. Tuesday nights, Ropers, Corpus Christi, right off of, was it Everhart? It's off of Everhart, right? Yeah.
Leopard Street.
You've been there before, huh? Yeah.
So me and my buddies from work, I'm already 21 by this point, and we go to Ropers, and we get there kind of early, right? The bar's still kind of dead. There's some people there, but not a lot, and they're having an open mic night, right? And I had no intentions of doing anything. I was there to drink and have fun, and my buddies were like, hey, we'll buy you beer. We'll buy you like your next 3 rounds if you just go up there and play. And I'm like, all right. And I wasn't trying to come off arrogant, but my next question was like, what if I win? And they're like, we'll buy you the rest of your beer all night. We'll cover your tab. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go up to whoever the host was. I don't remember who it was or whatever. And I'm like, hey, I got my guitar in the truck. Is it too late to sign up? They're like, nah, sign up. Go for it. Boom. About 5 minutes later, I'm called on stage. And I played 4 songs. Mira, I thought, what is 4 songs? I played 4 songs. We'll teach you how to count. It's okay.
You were going 40 miles an hour.
I played 4 songs, and one of them was that one. And Afterwards I go out to the patio, and this random dude that I've never met walks up to me, and he's like, "Hey, how do you know who Buster Jigs is?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm from Hondo, where they're originally from." Well, long story short, Kristen Minnick, like I said, she's down in Hondo. She married into the Minnick family and went out there. Who wrote that song? She's originally from Robstown.
From Robe?
The Cotton Pickers. So Buster Jigs not only had a huge, loyal fan base in Hondo, Medina County area.
Yeah, it was Eli.
But Corpus also. So I go down there and play this song that I had no idea anybody knew about. And there's already people like, "Hey,
you see that?
Song."
That's badass.
So, and that's what I'm trying to bring back. I want that song, and particularly that band, to still carry on, because there was a huge part of me growing up and playing music. And like I said, you can't find that song online. It's only on a CD, and the CDs aren't made anymore. If you don't have it, you're not going to get it. So that's the whole purpose.
Yeah, I beg to differ, dude. You're been to Traders Village in San Antonio? You can find everything in Traders Village, bro. No, man, that's cool, bro. I dug the song. Again, man, like I told you, as soon as Martin was on here, I said, okay, now I got a connection with this guy. And now, you lived in my hometown. Again, my hometown's way different than when I was raised there.
It's different from when I lived there.
Oh yeah, it's changed quite a bit. But like I was telling you guys earlier, what I find really cool about your guys is the scene's actually really small. It's not as big as there's a lot of people, but everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Right. And like, the Robstown, Alice, Mathis, Beeville, Refugio, Corpus Circuit, they have like their little batch that goes around, right? And then you guys go from San Marcos, New Braunfels, San Antonio, Castroville, like you guys have like, you know what I mean? Like everybody has like their little areas that they play in, but everybody knows of each other, which is really, really cool. When you guys play acoustically, what's one of the most, I don't want to say your favorite song to sing, but what song is asked of you guys to play the most acoustically?
That's a good question, man.
Yeah, because it's Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. I'm full of good questions, but that's what I do.
Yeah. We got a lot of what do you call it?
Carlos Padilla, all the way in the 505 New Mexico, watching. Thank you. Appreciate it, Carlos Padilla. Juan Hernandez, my jefe was from Robstown, La Blue Bonnet. All right, Juan Hernandez watching on YouTube. Hey, Martin Ramos is texting me. Just because you know my number don't mean that I'm going to do requests, fool. Nobody's girl. He said something.
Oh, man. Who said that?
Martin did. He's like,
nobody's girl.
Nobody's girl, bro. That's what he says.
He remembers the songs I played. So you talk about Bevo, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where Martin lived at the time. I think he lived in George West, but he was always in Beeville with us. And again, we were 18, 19-year-olds. We had a good job working for the state, so we had our own apartment, right? Was it a nice apartment? Hell no. You know where my first apartment was in Beeville? K Park.
Hey.
K Park.
K Park is nice, homie.
Hey, K Park, wait. It was not.
Bro, I grew up on the west side of Beeville, dog. I'm telling you right now, K Park was the shit.
Hey, that place was. We had a blast there. So when he's referencing Nobody's Girl, he's talking about all the songs that I would play when we were just at the apartment, drinking beer, just playing guitar.
Fire Pit.
Those weren't even shows. They were just, hey, let's drink some beer.
But those are the best, Rob.
I agree with you. Martin, you want to hear Nobody's Girl?
Yeah, from Martin. You know what, dude? For all the guys that wear the badge, bro, they get bashed enough on social media. There's always a bad apple. That's cool, man. But you got to remember, there's one bad apple. There's a shitload of people doing the right thing, man. And these guys are out there doing it. So I want to dedicate this one to all the guys out there putting their lives on the line for our counties, our cities, wherever you might be. Shout out to Constable Vasquez. I'm gonna miss her last name. I got to hang out with her. I did a menudo contest, dude. That's why I look kind of panzón right now. I don't usually look like this, just to let you guys know. No, no te crees. But yeah, man, to everybody out there, right? What does the flag say? Supporting the blue, right? We back the blue.
Yeah, some of my partners and my old coworkers are watching.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Watching right now.
All right, so what's the name of the song one more time?
It's called Nobody's Girl. It's from a band called Reckless Kelly.
Okay, I know Reckless Kelly. I've heard of that name before.
What's up?
I'll bring you in.
Shout out to everybody watching in Fort Worth, Greeley, Colorado. Shout out to there he is right there, Mr. Juan Balde. Thank you. He I met him out there at the car show, man. What's up, brother? El Gancho Tommy. I like the show even more. I had no idea you bring country artists on this show. Yeah, we do a little bit of everything, bro. A little bit of everything.
Y'all ready for it or what? My bad.
For retired Trooper Richard Alvarez. Thank you, Grandma Rose. Them new couches take a few off. Hey, it's the angle. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you. All right, right here. Koehler Lane, baby, right here from Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. That was badass, bro. Hey, he's already sweating, fool.
Yes, I got the hoodie.
I know you don't drink because you're a cop. So I bought you some real water with chingate.
With flavor?
Yeah, do that. Right. Hurry, drink. That's like chugging a water bottle, bro. Come on, talk to me. I hope you guys are enjoying. Pete, thank you for your service, bro. He just told me he used to be a ex-shota too, man. Thank you, man. Again, that was for everybody. We're back in the blue with that one. Hello to the YouTube world. My Tejano historian always never lets me forget that we have fans on YouTube too, right? So this program that I use, it brings in both, but YouTube comments, sometimes they take a while to come in. Wow, okay. And people are like, you're ignoring us. No, I'm not, man. I don't have it on YouTube over here. Let's see. Good music. Want to drink a beer. Wait, dude, you're absolutely right. You saw I opened the show. I was drinking water, and they played the first song and me antojó like a beer. And then I was like, he started playing a second song. I'm like, nah, hell no. I need, you saw me. I was like, hey, I told my daughter I need to open on the mic, bro. Yeah, too late. Too late.
Sorry.
Too late.
Hey, I've got to enjoy this with y'all.
Shout out to Chris Medina. You guys know Chris Medina? He sings Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
He sings oh shit! You want? Hey, you better not put no shit on. You better not spit no shit on my couch, dog. No man.
It's a nice pouch.
You want to get you want one?
Sure, I'll take
Well,
it.
let's see. Hey, if we have one more left in the fridge, bring one more. Bring one more, Jazz, if you're watching. We need one more beer. And if not, give him one of those. There's some beers that people bring. They're like, you like those foo-foo beers?
The what beers?
No.
The foo-foo beers.
Oh, you talking about like those?
Pale ales and all that shit.
Oh, dude, no, those are amazing.
Let's talk about that real quick. Bro, I can't stand that shit.
Like IPAs and shit.
Yeah,
That
like
shit's nasty,
like
bro.
when you go to these beer gardens and they like try. I'm like, hey, bro, it's like if I took my Miller Lite, poured it in a cup, and I took a spray of fucking Stetson cologne and sprayed it in the thing and mixed it and I drink it. That's what.
Ain't Stetson, that's that's
Bro, that's what it tastes like, bro. That's what it freaking tastes like. But yeah, no, dude. So you were playing. I'm like, dude, I gotta get a beer, bro. I gotta. Last one. Oh, we gotta drink them slow.
There's Bud Light too.
Nah, hell no. All right, I'll pass. I'll pass.
Oh, there you go.
Here's your mic open.
There you go. There we go. Now we're talking. But bro, yeah, the music just cheers, bro.
thanks for having
Cheers,
us on,
man. No, cheers to you guys, bro. You guys are fucking jamming, dude. And look, that right there, dude. The people love it. Because, there's people watching from Greeley, Colorado, from the Midwest, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, from Michigan, from Florida, from California, from Arizona, from New Mexico. Like, people watching. So, when are they going to get sick? Right? This is it right here. This is where they so you work with Carlos is the guy helping you do.
So I had mentioned that through marriage, I ended up being related to the Macizo, as Albert Ramirez and Cuito and Isaías and Brian and all them, and Joey. Shout out to Joey again. I haven't met him yet, but looking forward to it, brother. He's jamming with them again.
Yeah.
Well, actually, one day, so I was a police officer in Dilley for a bit. I know we hadn't touched base on that, but I was a cop in Dilley for a while, and I would run into Cuito a lot and see him and whatnot. And I was looking for a good studio to record at, and I asked him like, hey, give me some good tips, who and where to work with. And Carlos was the first person he gave me. He's like, hey, this guy knows what he's doing. The quality's good. He's been in the scene for a long time. Hit him up. So I called up Carlos, and I'm like, hey, got referred to you from Mr. Ramirez and this and that, and we met, and he showed me some of the music he'd worked on. And Carlos, with his band, they're a Tejano band, or Norteño, Tejano, whatever you want to call it, but like he's a lot like us. He's very rock influenced, which I love. And he showed me a lot of his art, a lot of his projects where you hear Motley Crue in his music, but it's Tejano. So I was like, okay, this dude has that mind. Like,
he used to rap.
Really?
Carlos
I
from the
didn't know that.
Cacholas?
He used to rap.
Oh, bro.
He never told me.
Nick.
Man.
You didn't hear from me. Even though the show's live, you didn't hear from me. You tell him you want to hear one of his rap songs.
Good. Yeah,
He was actually pretty good at it. Real quick, shout out to everybody watching from Katy, Texas, Chase the Night, all the guys. DJ Smoke's like, what do you mean cheers, bro? It should be salud. Orlando Hernandez, my primo. You know what? He had commented some. That's another good one, man. Bump. You need to have a jam fest with all these artists, a little bit of country and a little bit of. Dude, I've been saying that. Rob, I've been saying that when Nate was here. No, Nate was here. Chase the Night. The Solis brothers. I promise you, this is the truth, dude. Hey, cállate la boca. We're not talking on the phone here. This is the truth, bro. If somebody could get a venue that's chill, like a chill environment venue, and can bring artists on a stage, like you get a mic, the way you are right here, boom, chairs. Nobody's sitting and look at me. No, sitting down, chilling, boom, and almost like a campfire setting, but a stage where people could see you guys, right? And just have y'all talk like, hey, bro, you know this song? Yeah, all right, fucking pick it up, boom, and start singing it. I think people would. Have you seen a show like? I have never seen a show like that.
So I know they do in Corpus. They have at the Pelican Lounge. They have like all the artists, local artists. They'll come in and all of them just it's like a jam session kind of
Yeah,
thing.
jam session. There you go.
nights.
Yeah.
You know, it's at the Pelican Lounge on the island. I'm sure you've
Yeah.
been there, right?
Yeah.
And so they do that every Sunday, which is
So they
it's
just
pretty
sit
cool.
around and kind of jam
It's
out.
all of them go up there. They just take turns just going, playing. It's
San Antonio needs something. That,
Man,
definitely,
there was another cat, Rob, that I met. I saw at the K&E Seafood in Beeville. He was playing in the backstage here, and I can't remember the guy's name. He wore this cool little hat with a feather, man. I want to say he was from Rockport. And him too, like he was playing these songs that I never heard, but they were badass acoustically. So that was a song that Martina that kind of asked for, whatever. So back to the original question. Mm-hmm. When you're playing somewhere, like do you feel weird when you have to play like and people are eating and it's like it's not a show just for you? It's like people are conversating. It's like you're just the ambiance.
It's a little weird. I haven't played a show like that in a long time, though, to be honest. I think the last time I played like at a restaurant setting where people were just, hey, let me just get my meal and this guy over there is playing music, but I don't care what he's playing type of thing. Probably 5-6 years ago was the last time I did something like that. It's been a long time.
I feel bad when I see those guys and I walk in the restaurant and I see them playing. Have you ever seen like the one man band guy? He's playing the guitar and the keyboards and all kinds of shit and singing. Like
he's got the bass pedal on his
bro. And I'm like, you know this guy's singing, like, you know what I mean? Like, give this dude some props, right? But they don't. Yeah, you know what I mean?
What makes me mad the most is when they're like, all right, guys, what do you want to hear? Crickets. It's like, come on, man. Like,
not me, bro.
give a little something,
But I'm not a guy that carries cash, bro. That's right. So I always feel mad when I hear a badass song and I want to go ask for a song because damn, I don't even have any cash to put in your bucket. But they're moving on up. People have Cash App. They put the little picture up. You just take the picture and say, hey, I take Cash App, bro. Yeah, like the mariachis downtown Riverwalk. Shematos do Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, everything. They got it all, bro. I'm serious. Hey, ¿cuánto por una canción? 20. $20 a song, bro. That's how much it is for a mariachi right now. Right? So you could get away with saying, well, you know what? I don't have a cash. No worries. We take cash, Venmo, Zelle. We take it all, bro. So what song you think people come up and say, hey, Rob, can you play this?
So one of the last times we did just an acoustic set. It was a couple months ago. Yeah. We were playing at this little bar in Lytle, Gabe Garcia's hometown, Lytle, Texas, right there, right. It's called Baby Huey's. Real small little setting, but one of them real fun, laid back places where it
was a great show.
There was maybe 10 people there the whole night, but all 10 of them. But it's okay because like.
Hey, can you guys hear? Can you hear Rob a little bit? Some it's always my YouTube people, bro. Okay. My YouTube people are very picky. They're like, I can't hear him. The mic's far away. Facebook people, they never give me a hard time. I love y'all. I'm just giving you a hard time.
So there's maybe 10 people there the whole night, including the bartender, right? But those are some of the like you're saying, the more intimate because all 10 of them were engaged. Every single and what was I doing that night when somebody would come in? Hey, what's your name?
Yep.
Boom, they tell me their name. Hey, well, I'm Robert. Well, what you doing now? What you want to hear? Like right there. And with the live band shows, with our full band, we have a show. It's one song to the next. I'm talking to the crowd, obviously, but when it's acoustic, that's where I'm just like, I get to know the crowd themselves. And that night in particular, they were asking for a lot of early 2000s and late 90s rock. And if I don't know it, I'll fake it as best I can. But
even the words,
but
you're that guy.
I won't fake it. I won't mumble it. But I won't mumble it. But a lot of the times when they're requesting songs like that, especially in a small setting like that, they're having a blast and they're singing with me. So I'd be like, hey, y'all take this verse or whatever, or like mid song. Oh damn, I forgot the words. What do you got? And they'll sing with me right then and there. And it's not structured, but that's the fun part of it. It's just we're just gonna wing it. We're just gonna see what happens.
That's badass.
It's like that setting you were talking about with everybody just hanging out.
Yeah.
Watch.
I mean, it's just 5 of us.
A ver.
One of the 2000 songs that a lot of people. Y'all remember 3 Doors Down?
Yeah. 3 Doors Down. That's my neighbor. His name is Juan.
And then the chorus. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still on my lonely mind. I think about you, baby, and I dream about you all the time. I'm here without you, baby, but you're still with me in my dreams. And tonight, it's only you and me.
Wessucci.
And I think that song was like 03, 04? From Three Doors Down.
Hey, bro, but you sound like you just recorded it yesterday, homie. That shit's clean, bro. Like, you say these songs or the groups, I don't know them. But the minute you start playing them, like, oh, I heard that shit in a bar before. You know what I mean? And being in the Marine Corps, bro, you know, the Marines, they listen to everything. You know what I mean? You go on ship and you go to this, where these guys are at, they're listening to a certain type of music. Go here, they're listening to another type of music. So you learn other people's stuff. But that song right there that's a classic song, bro.
And you know, and Jonathan, you know, when he came into the band, it was real great because he saw what I was trying to do. You know, we're playing your Randy Rogers music, we're playing your Garth Brooks, you know. But he started noticing, he's like, hey, I see what you're doing with your song selection, and you're bringing a lot of nostalgic songs back. You know, we're playing songs that everybody remembers. Like right now, you may have not have known Three Doors Down, but you know you've heard that song, and it was a big hit in the early 2000s.
Hey, bro, are you not related to Freddie Fidencio Garza?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, there's a guy, his name is Sandy Rendon. He says, shout out from LaPorte, Texas, Sandy Rendon. I grew up in Bevo, Texas, partied with a good friend in the 70s, Freddie Fidencio Garza, and we're here listening to your show. That's awesome. Man, I appreciate that, bro. Shout out to LaPorte, Texas, man. Everybody, no, Freddie Fetty. Or Feedy. You party with Feedy.
Not Freddie, Feedy.
My stepdad, Feedy. That's what he's talking about. I think that's what he's talking about. All right. I got you. I appreciate you, Sandy. Thank you for tuning in, man.
Shout out to Tony Ibarra. He started watching right now. He's one of my buddies. He's Dilly Police right there.
Oh, that's a good question, Tejano historian. Well, he said it earlier. Well, he said that's a CD he listened to, one of the three. But who is, because, you know, we're a big Tejano show, right? What is your favorite Tejano artist?
You know, I'd still have to stick with Albert Zamora. It's just that music takes me back to when I was a little kid. The whole family's together, drinking, barbecuing, and I still watch his videos to this day. I'll go and watch YouTube videos. He
was an entertainer, bro. I want to say he's coming back. I think his kids are doing stuff too. Yeah.
He used to hit that little
shit, bro. That
dude would go, and the way he went off on the accordion, like damn, like it's got to be Albert Zamora for me.
This beer tastes really good with that music you're playing, dog. I'm not a big beer drinker, bro. I do like I drink micheladas. I love micheladas.
Hey, okay.
You know what I mean? I love micheladas.
That's my wife. That's all I drink now. There really is.
So before you leave, I'm gonna let you taste some micheladas. We're sponsored by Micheladas. Speaking of sponsors, man, we're sponsored by a Michelada company. If you guys are here in San Antonio and you wake up with a cruda on a Saturday or a Sunday, hit up my boy, man, at 210-780-2685. He will personally deliver them to you wherever you're at, right? If you buy 3 or more bottles, right? He has camarón, pepino, and original flavor. He does palomas, you know, squirting the tequila already. He does those. He does vampiros. They're like, that's another form of I guess like a michelada or whatever. The camarón michelada is my favorite, man. So hit on my boy, man, 210-780-2685, and make sure you tell him that you saw it on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. And also, for you guys that are maybe you want to flip houses, that's something you want to do, or you watch these things and you're like, man, let me try this. You don't want to dig into your own account. Hit on my people at Afinas Capital, 210-883-6462. They will find you your real estate flips. They'll give you a private business loan, no tax returns, no credit score required. It's a legit place, guys. Don't be like, oh shit, Bumper, where you send this to a loan shark? Nah, man. It's actually a very good friend of mine. So hit them up, man. 210-883-6462, Afinas Capital. And again, back to me right here. I want to give a big shout out before we go on with the show. I want to give a big shout out, a big thank you to Mario Jimenez and Court Furniture here out of San Antonio, Texas. for revamping the whole studio for 2023. Great people. To all the guys that work in the back that help put all this together, I greatly appreciate you guys. And again, we're going to be coming up with a commercial here. Court is going to be part of Bumper's Wacky Wednesday family. If you're interested in buying some very nice, luxurious is that a word? Luxurious furniture, right? At a very discounted rate, man. They have everything. They have couches, chairs, love seats, carpet, hasta mattresses. And I know people are like, oh, a mattress. No, and they get them. They're all tagged. They're professionally clean. They're good people, man. So next week we'll have the commercial for them. But again, we're starting off this week, man. Court Furniture, and not Court, but like we go to court. Court, like CORT, right? Court Furniture, and they're everywhere. And back to Afina's Capital, right? Because he's on here. He's like, you didn't even say my name. Shout out to my boy, Rick Balderrama, Tejano recording artist Rick Balderrama. Again, this is his company right here. He helps these guys out at Venus Capital. Hit him up, 210-883-6462. And if they don't, hit up Rick Balderrama on social media and tell him that Bumper said you're loaning money out and I need to talk to you. Tell him that you heard it right here on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. I appreciate the love.
Hey, real quick, I got a buddy of mine with his feelings hurt. I got to do a shout out to Eric Luna. He's over here talking about, hey, you did a shout out for Ibarra, but not me.
Damn. Hey, dude, when you do these kind of things, look, you're my witness, right? Johnny's my witness right here. How big is this thing right here? It's very little, right? It's in the corner of my eye. Dude, but people will hit me up after the show and they'll be like, F you. And I'm like, what?
Where's my shout out?
Like, I watch your show every week and you didn't give me a shout out. Hey, fool. I'm trying to do the interview. You think I can look at every freaking comment that comes through? You're nuts. But I'm trying. I'm trying to be better. So, Eric Luna, shout out to you, man. Tony Ibarra, he's a changed man, he said.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Let's see. Roy's watching, man. Shout out to my boy, Roy. Grew up in Beeville, too. He lives here in San Antonio. Tony Ibarra, Eric Luna. Yeah. What else you got for us, Rob?
What else I got? What you want to do, man?
Whatever you want.
All right, we're going
I'll play whatever you want.
Something with some snapping popcorn en el cajón aquí. Porque ya, mira, hey, bro. I know a guy who does upholstery, dude. You can get that reupholstered, hombre. You got one nalga flat and the other one.
It's been through a lot.
How many of you guys have ever seen, I'll be real. There's a lot of people who never seen a cajon before. Mm-hmm. Right? When you say cajon, they're like, hey, pues I put my t-shirts, my calzoncillos. Yep. No, a cajon right here for drummers is just for shit like this. It's something you can bring around a campfire and it gives you the effect of the bass and the snare, right? It sounds pretty good, man. So right here, man, I haven't fucked it up all night, Rob. I haven't messed it up. Koehler Lane right here on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday right here.
Tonic. All right, so this is one of the songs that we love doing. It's only been on the set list for about...
If we come in together at the same time.
No, we'll be all right. Right whenever he joined the band, we had just added this song to the set list. And, I mentioned I like bringing that nostalgic feel back. I like bringing these songs back that people remember, but they haven't heard in a long time. And every time we do it, you see those faces in the crowd. Like, oh, shit, I remember that song. And they're jamming with it.
Hey, Rob, you know what you're doing to people, bro? They're already... Look, I got a nice, beautiful thing. I just gave a shout out to Court Furniture, and they're already ragging me right now. Like, I just peeped over. They're like, Bump, you need to go away from the bright lights. You need to put a neon and bring this. Chinga, pues no es cantina, vato. It's a show, homie. Damn, bro. But I like it. I see where you're going with that. Shout out to San Benito, Texas. Gracie, Johnny Perales for watching. George Cruz. He's the one that said that. And Isaías Ramirez, lead vocalist for Macizo.
So this song's from 1997. This song was released, a big old hit.
What were you doing in 1997?
I was 7 years old, so I was in like fourth or fifth grade.
What were you doing in 1997?
I don't know. I'm born in 89. Do the math. I have no idea.
You were 8 doing something?
Yeah, that's right.
1997, I was jumping out of... No, I wasn't jumping out of planes yet. I was...
My
1997, bro. I was living in North Carolina, 1997.
Hey, you know, Marine Corps, and shout out to my little brother. He's in the Marines right now. Frankie Godsa, I don't know if he's watching, but he's stationed in North Carolina right now. That's where he is.
Man.
And he followed the footsteps too. Guess what he does in the Marine Corps?
He's a cop.
He's a cop.
I feel bad for him. I hate.
Hey, but he loves it, and we hope you're safe, buddy. We love you.
No, I mean, my father and my sister's a cop too. My sister's a cop in Rockport.
You're a cop too?
No, not me. I didn't follow that footstep.
Okay. All right.
I went to school.
Are you ready? If you could only see the way she loves me, maybe you would understand why I feel this way about our love and what I must do. If you could only see the way her eyes can be when she says she loves me. Well, you got your reasons, and you got your lies, and you got your manipulations. They take you out to size. When she says she loves me.
Break out the lighters.
Well, say you love, but you don't keep your love, but you won't. But you won't. Says she loves me.
Yes. Hey, so let me ask you.
It's warm.
Hey, when you play, do you have to have a toalla with you on your shoulder?
Oh yeah. You know, a lot of guys have those fans, those real quiet fans. You put up right in front of the microphone, point it up at you. And my dad gives me hell to this day, but I get it. I understand why. I used to have one. Well, it was his. I used it for a gig, lost it. Yeah, I haven't heard the end of it. And that was 7 years ago.
And you can't find another one to replace.
Oh, I just haven't bought one yet. But Yeah. I mean, you can.
Hey,
ask
nomás
people.
faltó el gin con esa canción.
¿Cuál?
The gin?
Oh yeah.
Nomás faltó el gin. Hey, that tastes a lot better than that Coors Light. Yeah, boy right there, man. Good song. Keep up the good work. Thank you, DJ Lyric. Appreciate you. Jaime Rangel. Sounds great. Man, you guys got people watching from all over the United States. That's pretty cool, man.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
But the other great thing, Rob, is that when you do stuff like this, man, it just really people they start digging for you, right? And I did that today. I try to dig some stuff up, but you guys are pretty lively. Like you're working on your stuff. There's really nothing out there for people that can go out there and I think there's a couple of YouTube, right? You have a couple of things on YouTube.
There's like one or two on there. Most of our content is just all on the Facebook page.
On the Facebook page, right? If somebody wanted to hire you guys, what would be a good number? Or hey, dude, on yours, or right there on comment on there, comment on there a good number to call if you guys are having a divorce party, a retirement, marriage. I mean weddings. You know, Geen says whatever, man. You're having a I don't know, a business party, a company party,
anything.
You know, anything like that. Call these guys up, man. I mean, I'm giving them to you right here. You hear like, it's not like, hey, I'm gonna hire these guys. I never heard them. You're hearing them right here. Like these dudes are legit, bro. So I can just imagine what the full production.
Yeah, the full band, it's nuts, man.
So speak. Let's talk about the full band, man. How many people are in your band?
We're five. We're a 5-piece band.
Okay.
And you got myself, Robert. I sing lead vocals. I play rhythm guitar. Depending on what the song calls for, I'll switch between my acoustic and the electric guitar. Got Jonathan over here on the drums and whatnot. Right now, our bass player, his name's Noah Slavin. He's the resident hippie of the band.
Bro, that guy's a beast, though.
Hey, that's the dude in that video you sent me. He's like a rocker, right? Like long hair.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like Southern style. I'm out pro snaps y la chingada, right?
No. That's Wade Lowry. That's the lead guitar player.
Okay.
Noah is the one on that video. He's to the right of me, and he's on that stage. He's wearing rainbow Crocs.
Hola chingada.
Like I said, he's
But with the cowboy hat.
but with a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
He's like I said, he's our hippie, man. But we love him to death. And
Grandma Rose, you kill the mood with that. She says a burial party.
a wake or what? But yeah, so Noah's originally from El Paso. And he's the youngest one of us. He's 26. He's the youngest guy of the band. He's been with us for a little over a year and a half now. And then one of my real good buddies, Chris Barnett. His name's Chris Barnett, but he's Tejano. It's Chris Rodriguez Barnett. He's our piano player. He's our keys piano. You know, whatever you want piano there. You want synthesizers. He does it all. And he's originally he claims Bandera, but he went to school with me in Hondo, and then he went to Bandera, and then so on and so forth. And then our lead guitar player, Wade Lowry, he's from Bandera. He's the long-haired pearl snap cowboy, and honestly, that's what he does. He works on a horse ranch for a living, so you know that's
Real cowboy.
Yeah. He's
I hear you, man. I hear you.
So yeah, that's five of us right there.
Rob, I asked Nathan this when he was here. Nate, for you guys, I know honky tonks, and not cantinas. Shout out to Michael Salgado. No, but you guys, what I love about you guys is that you see venues as like, man, when I play at that place, I'm at this level. When I can get in the door and play at that place, now I know I'm at this level. Right? That's the red dirt scene, is it not? Am I off? Am I off by a little bit? No. Right, so these guys see venues, and we're not talking AT&T centers, Alamo Domes. These are places that are really popular with the red dirt scene, the Texas country music scene, and you know, like San Marcos has Cheatham Street, Austin has Austin City Limits.
Yeah, you got
right?
the ACL, you got all of 6th Street.
Everywhere on 6th Street. So do you guys? Well, let me ask you personally, Rob. Do you have that? Do you like?
My bucket list of venues?
Your bucket list of venues of where you would like to play at?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And we were very fortunate enough. It was it was a huge blessing that came our way. I got to, at least me personally, I got to check off one of those venues this past summer. It was actually his second show ever with us. Yeah. He joined the band on Thursday. We played a Friday, and then we played Saturday. And Saturday night, we played at Schrader Hall down in Goliad.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! That's one of them. That's
Schrader. Yeah. So Schrader Hall. So if you talk about dance halls, Green Hall in Bernie, right? That's considered the oldest Texas dance hall. That's the oldest dance hall in Texas. Schrader Hall is the second oldest.
Growing up in Beaver, I always thought Schrader Hall was the oldest.
I thought you were talking about the Grand.
The Grand.
Hey, slow your roll, bro. We're talking about the Grand, dog.
I had some good times at the Grand.
I played many a show at the Grand.
I had some good times at the Grand, man.
But have you ever played at the ballroom right there by the Boys Club? Chickasaw?
I know what you're talking. I used to live 3 blocks behind it, actually. I lived on Crockett Street, right behind it. Yep.
Stop where you're at. Bro, you really just opened. You're in my heart now. You were on my good side. Now you're in my fucking heart.
I told
bro.
you, man. I lived in Beaver.
I grew up on 907 West Crockett, Beeville, Texas.
I was 2001 West Crockett.
Un poquito más down, but
I lived there for 2 years, and I tell you what.
See that, dude? Same street, same town. What are the coincidences right here in life? I'm telling you, I have not had a conversation with these dudes since before this interview. So. That's badass, bro. Well, that's cool.
Hey, man, Beeville, I really, and you can ask anybody that's close to me, I really do consider Beeville my second home. Because, I grew up in Hondo, great memories there, great people. But, when you leave high school, that's when you go out into the world, you meet new people, all this and that. Because everybody in Hondo, I've known since I was in kindergarten.
Right.
Of course, we're tight. You go out there, hey, now it's all strangers. And Beeville, man, that place took me in. I met people like Martin, and he's from George West, but still right down the road. And
so you used to hang out at the 19th hole?
Yeah.
You used to hang out at the River Bend?
The River Bend, freaking...
Just don't say Poppy's place.
No.
Yeah, Poppy's was not here.
My favorite restaurant to this day, and when I played down in Victoria a few years back, I made sure I went through Bevo to get there. It was right there off of 202, right before you get to Cape Heart, was Taqueria Vallarta.
You like Vallarta?
I
like the other one that's across from the
Stripes on 59 or what?
No, the one from right there by the Whataburger and the Dairy Queen and the Subway across Chapala.
Oh yeah.
I like Chapala. Dude, we're giving Bevo love today. 78102. You know what, dude? As a matter of fact, I'm glad you said Bevo. I'm gonna be there hosting. They're bringing back Springfest, man.
You know what? Okay, real quick. Shout out to Jason Martinez. So Jason's a good buddy of mine. Jason played there a few years back at Springfest, and then COVID hit. And because I lived in Beeville for so long, and I still have all my friends over there, all my people that worked in the prison with me, they're still there. They still follow the band. I wanted to play Beeville for years.
Lupe! My buddy Lupe is putting Springfest together. Hey, I'm hosting Friday and Saturday night. Friday night's country, Saturday night's Tejano. They have great lineups. Maybe we squeeze you in there. Lupe, if you're watching... Get my boys right here, Koehler Lane, in there. They'll change their name just for Springfest. They're going to be the Crockett Street Cavaliers.
Hey, bro, off the cuff like that.
That's the top of the head right there. The Crockett Street Cavaliers, right? Man. Right from the west side of Beeville, Texas, man.
I remember going to all the concerts right there at the Grand Expo Center, right there off of 202 and 59, man. Good times in Beeville, though.
Oh, yeah, man. I grew up listening to Joel Nava. Mm-hmm. You remember Joel Nava? You guys are a little younger than me, but Joel Nava back in the day, he was a king of the Texas Grand. Bro, so where do you guys like right now? Where do you get a lot of gigs? Like doing what?
So one place that we play fairly consistently and like we're there a lot, and that's actually our next show is going to be February 3rd at this place called Kickback Corner, which is in Bandera. Okay. Bandera, Texas. That's where we have a lot of our big following. Bandera, it's a small town, but that whole town is bars and honky tonks. And their live music scene.
He was always at the Bend. Don't let him fool you.
Their live music scene in Bandera it's great. It's awesome. And so that's our next show. That's honestly where the majority of our shows come out of. Just because everybody over there calls us back, and and all those venues over there, they talk to each other and like, hey, we had these guys on Friday. They're really good. Try and get them out. And so that's actually where I met Jason Martinez too. For a little bit, I was a bar back.
Jay Smart.
Yeah, Jay Martin. There you go. Yeah, he had to change his name like Richie Valens. Over
Hey, bro, you want to hear? This is a true story right here on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. You heard it first right here. No bullshit. Jay Smart was on my show on a Wednesday. He said, "Bump, I'm busy. I got after this. I got a acoustic Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Que la chingada." Well, we had some family come in, right? And they, when family comes in, everybody wants to go to Market Square, and I never say no because I can get me a badass michelada, right? So we go and we sit down. A good friend of mine from Laredo. Shout out to Rogi de la Garza. Him and his friends came up and they were at Market Square. Come on down. I said, all right, we'll go down and meet you down there. Well, there's a guy, dude. Have you ever been inside the Market Square, the where everybody's shot? Not the one that runs this way, but the one that runs parallel to San Saba.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Right? So in there, they have a stage right in the middle. Just a little 2-foot stage, Well, there's a guy up there, 2 guys, playing acoustically like you guys with the cajon, and Jason with the guitar singing, right? But he's wearing a fucking Dallas Cowboys cap like this. Right? So I sit down, I order my michelada, I'm talking to my buddies. It's ambience music right now.
Yeah.
Right? So then my wife looks at me, she's like, "Hey, that's not the dude that you had on your show this week?" And I look and I'm like, fuck no, that ain't the fucking dude that I had on my show, right? I drink some more michelada. Then he plays a song and he's fucking killing it, bro. Like badass is the song. And I'm like, so I'm gonna go up to tip, but that's my like, let me go see who the hell this is. So I start walking up to go to tip, and I just see the guy going, right? He just makes this big ass. I walk back into my wife. It is the guy I had on Wednesday. So yeah, man, that's my Jay Smart story. Cool guy, bro. Cool guy. Great vocalist too, dude.
Oh, man.
Amazing vocalist.
I tease him a lot because we play a lot of acoustic shows together. We try to get our full bands together as much as we can. The last time we played full band together, like it was my band and then his band, was October of last year. But we do play fairly consistent with just acoustic during the weekdays.
Yeah.
He'll call me up, be like, "Hey, I got this acoustic gig. You want to sit in?" Yeah, I'll do it, or vice versa. And but yeah, I was a bar back at this bar in Bandera called 11th Street Cowboy Bar. Great venue, huge stage. They have great concerts out there. And Jason was playing with the Electric Cowboys at the time. And it's Bandera. It's all cowboys and bikers in Bandera. And as long as I had been bar backing there, which I wasn't, I was bar backing there maybe a couple months, but I was there consistently.
Yeah.
So I saw all the bands come through, and they're all country, they're all swing and country. That's all they would play, right? Honky tonk music, which is good music over there. Don't get me wrong, it's great music to dance to, drink to, all that good stuff. So Jason, they're playing their country, and out of nowhere, I'm picking up trash or something. I'm about to go restock the bar or something like that, and I hear an accordion, and I'm like, I never heard that in Bandera before, and Jason's just going to town on his accordion. They're starting to play Tejano music. The whole dance floor is just lit. They're having a blast, and I'm like, okay, that's like
all the bikers dancing.
It's something I ain't seen in Bandera yet, right? So I'm like, okay, hell yeah. And then after the bar closes down, Jason and them are loading up their gear. I go and approach him, like, hey, that was really awesome, great band, great vocals, all this and that. And I mentioned it. Hey, I'm a musician as well. At the time, I didn't have a band. I was just doing acoustic stuff, but only local small stuff.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I love about Jason. He's approachable, and he'll talk to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And since then, that was 10 years ago. We're still playing music to this day together.
That's badass, bro. Hey, there's people that walk this earth that are good people, man. Honestly, there's it's not just on TikTok. The ones that video themselves. Hey, look at me. I'm giving this homeless guy $5. Right. Yeah. There's naturally just good people in this world, man. And to both of you, you guys don't realize how much. I'm not gonna say you guys don't realize, because I'm sure you do, but music is for the soul, bro. Music is part of every part of our life, from birth. Just stop and think. It's something that we really don't fathom and think about it, but music is with us from birth to death, right? And even beyond, right? Music touches us in the happiest times of our lives, the saddest times in our lives, confused times, blacktop fucking back road times. You know what I mean? Like you can really write a song about, and the crazy thing about music, and I'm being very direct with you guys. Like when you guys play like that, man, always remember, dude, there could be somebody that walked into that fucking venue that probably 20 minutes before that thought about that their life was at the bottom of fucking something. And you guys play that song by Tonic or, you know, whatever, and it just lifts them up or whatever, right? You could save somebody's life. You know, I know it's far-fetched, like, man, don't say that. But it's true, man. Music touches our souls, whether it's accordion and a bajo sexto, an acoustic guitar and a freaking cajon. It touches everybody differently, dude. That's people always ask me like, Mom, why did you stay on the music? Well, one, because I'm big on cultura, our cultura, and what you guys play. There'll be some people that'll argue and say, well, that's not our. No, it is our cultura. It is who we are here in Texas, bro. We're the. If you've never left Texas or never left the Southwest, you don't really understand how unique we are compared to everybody else in the United States, right? You can pick up a Tejano's phone and you're going to hear Metallica. You'll hear a song go from Metallica to Little Joe to Ramon to Three Doors Down, you know, to Eazy-E.
Yep.
All in one playlist, way. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Bro, and you know what's crazy? If we're somewhere, we all can relate to it. It's you don't have a guy saying, hey, what the fuck is it? Everybody can relate to it, dude. So, you know, as we say the word Tejano, and I say it because, you know, it's Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. A lot of people relate Tejano to Bumpers Wacky Wednesday now. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
This is part of our lifestyle, man. You know, like Michael Salgado's song, Honky Tonks and Cantinas. Like that can be such a truer song for us.
Yep.
You feel right at home and eat. You could go to a honky tonk. The pellest whitest dude is up there jamming some old school George Strait, Garth Brooks, whatever. You can have a shot of tequila. You can drink a beer, and you're like, man, I'm having a good time. That guy can sing, right?
Yep.
Mariachi comes in, you'd be just as happy. Guy with an accordion and a bajo sec, I'd be just as happy, right? It's a lifestyle, man, and I need. I'm telling myself, so when I rewatch the show again, I'm telling myself, I need to bring more guys like you in. Yeah, I love to have the big artists and, you know, for people to see like, hey, they're normal people and stuff, but I really like to showcase, like what you guys are doing tonight. This is what I love, bro. I love that there's a DJ Smoke out there who's putting an event together and fucking going through Facebook and says, what the fuck is it? Excuse me, I'm cussing a lot tonight. I've been trying to hold back from cussing, but because people give me a hard time about cussing. But what I'm saying is, you know, somebody stops, they heard you sing, heard you guys jam, like, hey man, you know what? This is badass, right? Let me get these guys for a venue. I just someone get upset with me because I sang a country song in a video I made. I told them, dang, where were you from? Hey, poser Roger Barrio said, from Slayer to Mercy Me.
Hey, you know what? And who was that? Mr. Barrio, she said?
Oh, man.
Hey, speaking of Mercy Me, all right, we're going to go there because we're going there.
Do you know this guy? You told him to play that, or what? You told him to sing?
No, I have no idea who that is. I don't know who he is, but hey, he's right though.
I got you.
You know, I talk about, you know, growing up around, you know, conjunto music from my grandfather to my dad, growing up around the rock music because of my mom and whatnot. But yeah, La Bamba might have been the first song I ever learned, but the first time I was ever playing, and I don't want to say for an audience, but let me just say for a congregation. You already know where I'm going with this. Church is what made me really start learning the guitar, what made me really start honing my skill. And people talk about, you know, everybody has a different way of overcoming it, but stage fright, you know, it comes to us all eventually. I make the reference that stage fright was literally scared out of me. because I was very involved in church whenever I was growing up, and I'm getting back into it now, and it's helping me a lot, and it feels good to be back involved with it. And but worship music's how I really started playing music, and so I was like 16 or 17. I was part of. I actually saw one of your coasters earlier. I was part of the Youth Acts Retreat, and I was doing a lot of the music portion of it for the retreats and whatnot.
So you're an axe brother.
Yes, I am.
Chinga ya, el vato ya, and he was on my good side. He got in my heart. Now that my heart is in my brain, bro. Yeah, I mean, God dang, Rob. Yeah, all right, keep going, Rob. My bad.
No, you're good. So we were actually hosting a fundraiser. It was one of those fancy formal dinners that the church puts on. You sell tickets to fund the retreat, right?
Right.
And we had
a
music
gala.
Yeah. We had music going on, and all of us youth that were part of the retreat, we were the hosts. We were walking around with the shirt and all nice, and you need more water, tea, whatever. And I can't remember if there was live music there or if they just had a DJ, but the individual, and he actually you know what? Shout out and congrats again to Judge Lutz. He just won judge this past term, but he was a big portion of our church and still is, and he's a big local musician. So he had his whole DJ system up there at this event, right? And word had got out that I had just wrote a Christian song. My first attempt really at writing, I just wrote a Christian song. But I hadn't sang it for nobody. I think my sister was the only one that heard it because she was in the Acts groups with me. And next thing I know, Mr. Lutz is on the microphone. And like, hey, we're going to have one of our very own Robert Goddess to get on here and sing you one of his original songs. No one warned me.
On the spot.
On the spot. And my mentality is, they called me out. My mentality is they called me out. There's so many people here that paid good money for this to help us, sponsor us, and whatnot. I can't not do it now. That's how stage fright was scared out of me. It was like, you're going to do it, or that's it. And since then, hooked. And it all started with Christian worship music. And like I said, today, I mean, even now on Sundays, we go to a local Baptist church there in Natalia where we live, me and my wife. My wife's actually the Sunday school teacher, and I play with the worship team there. And it's my way of staying connected with our Lord and Savior, but like that's how I've always been close to my faith, was through music. So it's not just how I was raised, getting it passed down through the bloodline through my family. It's my connection to my faith, and I'm always gonna make sure that's there. So shout out to right, honestly, straight up to the Lord and Savior for giving me this talent.
Don't y'all love Wacky Wednesday? We went from drinking beer, slamming. We're talking about the Lord right now, man. That's Bumper's Wacky Wednesday for you, man. You never know what you're going to get. You just got to tune in every Wednesday. There's 4 walls in here. You just stuff bounces back and forth, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's live. What you see is what you get. This is great conversation, bro. And believe me, I had one beer, right? He was drinking more water. But I'm just glad I'm not drinking tequila, bro, because I was drinking tequila, no, but right now I'd be like, God, that is really bad, right? So you gonna play a little Mercy Me or what?
I have no Mercy Me memorized, to
okay.
be honest. I got a lot of other Christian music.
Let me ask you this, because I'm just a fan, all right? Do you know any, what's your favorite George Strait song? I hate George Strait.
No. I don't hate George Strait, but I have never learned any George Strait music. And it's for a reason.
I want to hear this.
Because there are so many other bands out there that play George. I don't play it.
There you go. Hey, I respect that.
That's a great answer.
I respect it. So, okay, I'm going to try again. I'll try again, guys. Hold on. I'll try again. What about a Randy Rogers song?
Same thing.
All right. I'm done. I don't know. No.
Say Luke Bryan, Santa Cod.
What's one of your favorite country songs to sing? I should say.
Right now, we just recently started doing the Dance by Garth Brooks.
Dude, hold up, bro. I gotta pull my chones out because you just said the dance. Dog, I got a little. Hold on, bro.
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. We've never done Garth Brooks up until now, mostly because I was afraid to, because that's Garth Brooks. Don't get me wrong. You got Garth Brooks and George Strait. I can't say one's better than the other, but Garth Brooks was the rock star. He was the
Hold up,
entertainer.
Rob. You're already in my heart, my mind. You're coming back down, bro. Coming back down.
But he was flying. You got to remember, he was.
I'm gonna put his ass on the
He
spot.
flew a little bit.
You got to pick one. George or Garth? Which one's better? Woo!
Man, come on. You can't put me
He
on the
needs
spot like
tips,
that.
bro.
Hey, okay.
All right. He's a Texas boy. You got to go with George. He's from right down the road from where I grew up.
Okay,
Gotta go
all
with
right.
George.
Good answer.
But
Hey, dude, I want to hear your version of the dance,
you really want me to break your heart?
bro. Like,
I only sing it. I don't play it because we have our piano player, and that song's all piano.
oh, so you don't play it on the.
I just sing it, and my piano player does the magic.
Pull my pants back up, dog. Pull my pants back up.
But I tell you, you
Chris
put
played the
our
shit
piano
out of that
player. He kills that song, and he was the first one when the band got together and he joined the band. We were just at rehearsal one day and he just starts playing it.
I got a song. It reminds me of being on ship. Cause I had some Marines that could play the guitar. And man, God forgive me because I can't remember. I had so many Marines to remember his name. I had this little white kid, man, could play the shit out of the guitar, but he wouldn't talk. Williams. He won't talk. He's a great Marine, did everything you're supposed to do. Like, he talk if you ask him a question, he can answer you, right? But he's not just going to talk. Like, if you add 80, 92 Marines, right? That's not a number. 80 to 92 is one of them, right?
80, 92,
right? No.
That's
So
good,
so
right?
you have all these Marines and they all have their own, you know what I mean? But this guy, like, if you put him in a room, he was going to be the quietest guy. Like,
Are you hating on me now because of Randy Rogers?
no.
Hotel
But dude, you would give that guy a guitar, bro. And I never here. Why probably gonna be like, Bumper, you serious, bro? I ain't never heard the song. I had heard it, but I never paid attention to it. Simple Man. Never.
That is my father's favorite song that I do.
See, bro? It's connection. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you how stuff works, man. So he would sing the song and he would start singing. And I would tell it, there's about 4 or 5 guys in between my rank and this guy's rank, right? Say, how come this son bitch never talks? You give him a guitar moment and loud as shit. He can sing in front of the whole ship. But Simple Man, the lyrics are,
Oh yeah.
to me, that's an American classic, bro. Should be in the Smithsonian. La chinga. Showing my education, guys. No, but that's AC Jones High School, senior 94. It's the only education. Actually, 94.5.
94.5.
I had to go an extra semester.
I think you're talking about the radio station.
Oh
They
shit!
have-
Willie Smith is just joining us, and I promise you he wasn't watching earlier because he's like, black top, empty rows. Willie, you're freaking late, homie.
Willie Smith, we worked in the prison together and we were both cops as well.
Okay,
That's another one of my brothers, man. Hey, what's going on, Willie, man? We miss you.
So, Simple Man is my primo Orlando's like, that's a choni dropper right there. But you know what, dude? I'm gonna be real with you. I've heard people sing Simple Man acoustically somewhere for ambience music, and they're just doing it because somebody asked for it because they suck. You know, it's just one of those songs. Either you can do it or you can't. There's not like, he's okay.
Yeah.
It's either you could. It's like a michelada, right? Either you like it or you don't. They're like, I like it. Either you like it or you don't.
Yeah.
You mind playing Simple Man?
Yeah,
You got it?
Simple Man for you. My dad's watching too, and I know he's gonna love this because, like I said, this is.
All right. So what's your dad's first name?
Roberto Garza.
Roberto Garza, all the way from the big town of Hondo, Texas. This is for you. How did I know you wanted to hear this song?
You mind seeing my guitar case if there's another pick in there?
Oh, you need a pick?
I broke my guitar pick on the last song.
Oh, shit.
Keep it.
No, in my guitar case.
Oh,
No. Hey, see if that one's good right there. There's one right there on the. Either one. See if you can use it.
Let's see what size.
Is that too thin?
Yeah, too thin.
How about this one over here?
Ooh, nylon. That should work.
That'll work. Hey, those come from Mars, bro. Nobody has those. Now, you know who gave me that one?
Oh, my bad, man.
Jesse Turner, Grupo Signo.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah, that's who left that one.
Simple Man.
A little Simple Man. For all the people who stayed watching us all night right here on Bumpers Wacky Wednesday. Again, these guys, first of all, are freaking amazing. They came on a last minute phone call, and they were good. They were good sports about like, yeah, let's do it. And dude, I really had like, I'm not saying by yeah, we're over 2 hours, but yeah, we'll go a little bit more. I'm just glad you guys came, man. Honestly,
It's
bro.
been fun.
Honestly, you
Thanks
guys.
for having us.
This has
We
been
really
fun.
appreciate it.
Very fun.
And this song right here is to all the simple men out there. You know, I always read posts. You read a lot of social media.
Yeah.
I just, and you know what? I find it crazy. Bumpers Wacky Wednesday, bro. You never know what we're gonna talk about. We're waiting for Simple Man. Now we're talking about some shit, right? But I always see like women always have like sayings, and it's always like a picture of a girl and like little life things that happen in life, right? There's never no guy shit. There's never no guy mentality in how you see life, or like men just don't express themselves sometimes. You know, I love to read the ones where, you know, how many times does a man just go sit in his car and stare at the steering wheel and just go through like, man, dude, I got these 2 bills to pay, but I only got enough to pay one. What am I gonna do?
Yep.
Right? Or, you know, I gotta buy groceries, or I gotta pay the light bill. Like, you know, we so many. I'm just using those as examples, but we have stuff too that hurts us and bothers us, but especially Chicanos, bro, Mexicanos, like we're very machismo. That's not something that we show or we're we're vocal about, right?
Yeah.
We're not, and we as raza, we need to get better with that. But where I'm going with this, like, I never see social media really show a lot of men going through, you know, showing that they're stressed,
Yeah.
right? Life's rough for them too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this song right here just kind of sums. It could be definitely on one of those memes. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. For sure. Yep, definitely. Everything good?
I'm ready, bro. I'm just looking at
Okay.
these comments already. It's
Let's see
people
what-
starting to cry and take shots and shit.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Let's get this one going. So. Well, Mama told me when I was young, so sit beside me, my only son, and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Oh yeah. Oh, take your time. Don't live too fast. Troubles will come and they will pass. You'll find a woman, oh baby, and you'll find love. And don't forget that there's a someone up above. And be a simple kind of man, and be something you love and understand. And be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Forget your lust for the rich man's gold. All that you need now is in your soul. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man, and be something you love and understand. And baby, be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Oh, don't you worry, you'll find yourself. Follow your heart, nothing else. And you can do this, oh baby, if you try. All that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. And be something you love and understand. And baby, be a simple kind of man. Won't you do this for me, son, if you can?
Bro. Hey, we got your own drummer back here, bro. Hey, you know what, dude? You know what's cool? Is that you're listening in a different atmosphere.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're usually back in the drums. I mean, I don't know if you guys use in-ears.
Yeah, you have in-ears,
but
or even a monitor, but it's still not the same. It's
like
it's
right
raw.
here,
Like raw,
it's,
right in
yeah,
front of
that
you.
shit's
It's completely
fucking.
different.
I don't think he's ever heard this one acoustically by me.
I have not.
We do
Bro.
full band all the time, but yeah.
That was
Koehler Lane, it's spelled the way I spelled it, K-O-H, what is it? K-O-H?
K-O-E.
Koehler Lane,
L-A-N-E.
right? Koehler, it's pronounced Koehler, like K-A-Y-L-O-R, right? Koehler Lane. The number's on here, man. Put the number again. Put the number again. If you guys need them for any baby showers,
Hey, we do it all.
you do it all, right? Baby showers. They were like, if your kids were asleep, they awake now. Bro, neta, dude, Rob, that was freaking awesome, dude. That was really, really good. When I listen to people sing, because I don't sing, right? I just talk shit. I really like to. I don't. That sounds bad. I really like to. No, I don't really like to. But when I hear people sing, I'm like, okay, he effed up that part, right? Or their voice kind of faded out. Not one time tonight did your voice fail you. Period, bro. Neta.
Agreed.
I people ask me, Bump, how do you feel when you interview these people? And you know, a lot of times it's like Little Joe or somebody huge, right? Like that everybody knows. It's great. Like I get starstruck still. You know what I mean? But these interviews like this, for me, I'm like, okay, I really don't know Koehler Lane too well. I don't, like I told you, right? I didn't know you personally. But bro, let me put this down because I don't want to have a beer when I say God in my hand. Right? Or I say God, I want to have a beer in my hand. But and not to go religious on you, bro, but it's weird, dude. Because you show, man, this pinche watch, she's smart, right? What's crazy, bro, is that you showed up. We talked a little bit. We talked a little bit before the show, and I got to know you as the show's going on. One, you spent some time in my hometown, and then Martin comes on here, so we have that's a connection already, right? Yep. You grew up on the same freaking street I did, in the same freaking town, right? You lived in the same street.
I was 10 minutes away. 15, 20.
I'm an Axe brother. You're an Axe brother. It's just like one thing after another, just kind of like, you don't know somebody that kind of like lines up, right?
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a coincidence. I don't. I'm being completely honest with the people watching. I'm being completely honest with both of you. It's not a coincidence, bro. If they get you at the VFW and you play and somebody's walking around and picks you up, then next thing you know, you're playing at these other bigger gigs. Good on you. Right? Like, I'm a firm believer that sometimes the Lord just puts people in your path for a reason. You don't know what it is. It could be somebody you just absolutely like, man, I don't even know this. I'm a firm believer that the Lord puts people in your path, bro. And I honestly believe that you guys, if you two sound like this, like I said, I could just imagine what the whole band sounds like together. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. That's
Really.
awesome.
And la mera neta, I am thoroughly impressed, and I can guarantee that everybody who's watching tonight, the people that stayed steady on the 2-hour show, right, are thoroughly impressed with you guys. It'd be surprised if they don't already text somebody or text what I do for notes. I text myself.
There you go.
So I can go back and find it, right? Koehler Lane, right? Just amazing, bro. There's no other words but just amazing. Again, these interviews, like when I go into these interviews and I don't have a personal relationship with the person already, you just don't know what's going to happen. But everything that you said and just the people you knew, the where you were, it's just it just you lined up right perfect with me, man. And to the people watching, the promoters watching, all my friends that own venues, if you have anything coming up, all my friends that are radio DJs, right? When this stuff comes out, man, you need to be over this band, because I can promise you this is not going to be the last time you hear Koehler Lane. I can guarantee you. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good with calling it like I see it. I'm not a producer. I don't own a record label, and I don't claim to find I'm just telling you what I heard tonight is legit.
Appreciate it.
Straight up.
Thank you.
Grandma Rose, she's been on here. She's like, energy. Your energy, bro. Your energy tonight was just. It's awesome, dude. It really is, bro. The passion, you know what I mean? If I know drummers sometimes, like, hey, we're not gigging, I got to make some money, right? You kind of, I don't want to use the word because I'm gonna good, but you kind of whore around, right? You know what I mean? You guys got to get, yeah, you know what I mean? Wherever you get a gig in, he's on that offer up for things again, right? We'll play for food, but. Honestly, bro, I really see a great future for you guys. And I think a lot of Chicano people really take pride and we grow up listening to country music. And I want you guys to really think about this. We recently haven't had where we look up to that music we like and we see people like us. Think about that.
I think the last one probably Rick Trevino.
Yeah, I mean, you go back to Freddie Fender. We've had our, but I'm saying on a normal basis.
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
But do you go to honky tonks here in South Texas, brother? They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
As they say, right? A dime a dozen. They're everywhere. Yep. And for me, that makes me, as I talk about cultura on the show, that makes me pride. I'm proud of that. I'm proud that. If my son doesn't like the Tejano music like me, he likes country music, and he walks into a bar and he sees you two guys up there singing acoustic with the cajon and thing, and he can be like, "Hey, man, that guy's last name was Garza."
Yep.
It's badass. And I'm not throwing race in there. I'm just saying, because a lot of our viewers are, culturally based, right? The show. We can relate to you guys, man. We can really, really relate to you guys. And that's what, these are the things that you're not going to hear in a radio interview, a radio station interview. Like these things, what people, what fan, and I speak as a fan, bro. I'm nothing but a fan of music. At the end of the day, I'm a fan of music, period. That's it. I just get the opportunity to talk to artists. But what you guys are doing is relatable to us, bro. It's really, I honestly, bro, I don't mean to keep patting you on the back, but I see great potential, dude. great potential. For me not knowing who you guys were coming in here, and I remember I told you, say, make sure you bring your guitar, because that's what people like, man. Yeah. And I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, you got people on here, like, before they leave, they got to play that first song again, because I didn't get to hear it. Well, we'll see. We'll see what strings I can pull, Joe. But we're a little over the time, and that's fine. But I want to give the mic to you guys. If you got any shout outs you want to give, or there's any thank yous you want to give, or anything that we didn't really, that maybe something you wanted to talk about, or whatever. I shut up. The mic's yours. The camera's there. Whatever. The mic's yours.
Well, first off, and I can speak on both mine and Jonathan's behalf. We want to thank you for inviting us. Sir, we became aware of your show because we, like you mentioned, that the music scene there's a lot of us, but it's small, it's tight knit, and we all, at least me personally, I started watching your show because my friend was on your show, and so on and so forth. And I've been since then inviting people like, hey, check it out. So hopefully this helps you as well, and then that's what we want.
No, for sure, hell yeah, man.
So thank you for giving us that opportunity to come on here and giving us the opportunity to it's opened our audience up, because if you weren't already following our Facebook page, there's no way somebody in Washington State's going to know about it. Yeah, until now. Right. So you're sending us across the country, and we really appreciate that from you.
No problem, man.
Thank you. And as last minute as it is, and it's not a cliche by any means, because it's completely honest and truth. I've got to thank my family. This is one of my first days off, and I work night shift, so my family doesn't see me that often. And I don't know if whenever you called me, you heard me yell, "Babe, what are we doing tomorrow?"
No, you did. You're right. Yeah, you did.
And my wife's like, "Hey, go," and she's backed up my music.
She didn't even hesitate either.
Go, so and she's supported me since we first met. Hey, I'm a musician. I got you. So shout outs to the families for supporting us. Jonathan and his family. All the guys in the band, we all have our own lives, but everybody that's in our corner, they all support us and back us up, and including the people that come out and watch our shows. That's what makes it so much fun, is seeing them just interact with us and enjoying the music we're playing.
Also, the ones that still come back and that still know that we play what we play, because we're not the traditional, country artists that everybody hears or wants to hear, because we'll throw in, just like we stated earlier,
don't be surprised if you come to a Koehler Lane show and you hear System of a Down.
Yeah, agreed. And there is a medley, if you will, that we play, that it's System of a Down. That's
I'm gonna assume the System of a Down is some like heavy ass metal shit.
Yeah, it's a rock band. They're right there with Metallica. Yep. Yeah, so don't be surprised. We'll go from Garth Brooks. The next thing you know,
you sound like Jay Smart. That's what he says, right? He goes, exactly. "Hey, we play everything, whatever."
We do.
So if you can't, like you said, fake it till you make it.
That's it, dude. There you go.
Hum the shit out of it.
Yeah. So everybody watching, we appreciate y'all tuning in. Everybody that already followed the band and people that followed you. Hopefully we cross paths there. Now you.
Oh, for sure, man.
We got some new people in.
I can promise you this. You're in my pocket. And I know a lot of people, and a lot of people always call and ask, "Hey, I need this, I need that." I'll pull you out of my pocket. That's a promise. That's a guarantee. I'm telling you right here, face to face, man to man. That's a guarantee, man.
I really appreciate it.
Hey, you need security? Call me. Martin told me to tell you, when you need security, call him. He's got you.
Hey, all right, Martin. All right, I got you.
Tony Ibarra, he said he just started following, man. Joe Cruz, Bumper, thank you for hosting your show to keep your environment real and chill. I appreciate that comment, Joe, because that's a simple comment, but it really is what I like to try to keep going with the show, man. So for the fans, bro, that you have, I want to thank everybody for watching. It's been a beautiful, beautiful night. Honestly, man, I'm not going to forget this show. This show's going to be in the back of my mind for a while. These guys really came. They rocked it. I wish both of you nothing but the best in whatever that is. In your professional career and your music career. Not that your music career is not professional, right? But what you do, what you guys do, and your family, the best, man. Keep the Lord first, bro, and everything will fall in your favor. I can guarantee you that. You can bet your ass that Bumpers Wacky Wednesday is going to be behind you 100%. If you play anywhere local, and I'm not doing anything, you send me a text, I'm there.
That's awesome.
Right,
Really
I'm there,
appreciate it.
and you can best believe I'll share like, hey, I'm gonna be out here. Remember those guys I had on? They're playing here live, and I really hope, dude, if you got one new fan tonight, just one, it's all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Right? But I have a feeling you got more than one fan tonight. But Jesse Martinez, we're gonna do it, man. We're gonna do it. Ruby Delgado, she's like new fan right here. So there's already one. Awesome. We're in. We got the one.
Thank you, Ruby.
And to everybody watching on YouTube, thank you guys for continuing to watch. Maybe you're not Facebook users. That's okay. That's why we opened up to YouTube. How can we find you guys on social media, bro?
So right now, because I'm not a tech guy, I'm really not. But right now, the only social media platform we have is Facebook. The YouTube content that's out there is just random videos that someone uploaded.
Yeah.
You type in Koehler Lane and it'll pop up. But Koehler Lane, let me touch on the name real quick because it does not sound the way it looks, obviously. But it's spelled Koehler. That's Koehler Lane, Lane. And real quick backstory on the name of the band. Me growing up in Hondo, Medina County, that was just a back road that honestly in high school we partied on. And that name always stuck with me. And when I came time to name the band, I was like, Koehler Lane. Just sounded right. It's a back road that, we partied on and all the small town people, we know about it. Beeville had Charcoal Road. I even spent time on Charcoal Road when I was over there. So, that's where that name came from.
Jackson Road?
Jackson Road from Refugio. So everybody knows they got that road somewhere. That's what that name came from. But, follow us on there. We're starting to branch out. We're starting to at least develop plans to create an Instagram, to create a TikTok for the band. That way we can reach more people in a better way. So right now it's just Facebook, but more social media is coming.
I can look. You do what you just did. You guys drink some beer on a Friday night. You ain't got a gig. You're at home in the backyard, back porch, whatever. You have your wife turn on one of these little ring lights or whatever, or a thing. You go live on TikTok with that. Olvídate. I'm telling you. I'm putting money on it. So to everybody watching, to please the fans, bro, because I don't want to lose any of my new fans that I got on behalf of you. If you can end the night with the song that you started with, the Blacktop something, I put I and Hondo, Blacktop Empty Road, right?
That's the song.
Blacktop Empty Road. And we're gonna end the show with that, man. They're gonna say goodnight with the with Blacktop Empty Road. Koehler Lane. I never said the wrong word all night. Yeah. That's how good it was, right? Koehler Lane, man. Again, to all the internet DJs, when this thing comes out, you guys need to, be ready. Same thing, on y'all's guys' side. Reach out to these DJs, get your music out there. Carlos, get on this shit. We need this shit ASAP, homie.
Touching on that, there's no date set yet, but we're looking in February. So,
okay, February 12th would be a great date. February 12th is probably the greatest day in all 365 days of the year. That's my birthday.
There you go.
February 12th. Great man, Abe Lincoln was born on that day, and I'm the second greatest man that ever was born on that day. Right?
All right. Well,
all right, man. So, right here, Blacktop, back row. Welcome
Empty road.
Empty road.
Blacktop, empty road.
Take that Miller Lite away from that guy. Blacktop, empty road, right here at Koehler Lane. Make sure you guys hit him up on Facebook right now. Just on Facebook. Pay attention to the spelling. Look them up. Hire these guys for whatever you need. I promise you, they will not disappoint you. So to everybody watching this, we're going to end the show with. Thank you guys so much. Guys, gracias. Thank you. Dale.
seem to run on forever, like the road before my eyes, and the highway winds. I'm running out of time, going as fast as I can to run across this land. And the highway winds with a blacktop empty road is where I want to go, a place for me to hide while the highway winds. We'll skip this small town no one remembers, with a Dairy Queen and a traffic light. Well, they all seem to run together. One more blink and we're out of sight. When I've been up and down these back roads, no change, they just stay the same. Blacktop, empty roads and back roads. Well, every night she calls my name, and the highway winds. I'm running out of time, going as fast as I can to run across this land. And the highway winds with blacktop empty road. It's where I want to go, a place for me to hide while the highway winds. And the highway winds. Right here.
Thank you guys once again on behalf of Bumper Gomez, Koehler Lane. Again, look them up on Facebook. Hire them for whatever you got. If you have a venue, whatever. Hey, you just want these guys for your backyard barbecue. If the money's right, these guys will show up and put on an awesome show. I can vouch for that, right? Guys, gracias so much, man.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. Next week, J.R. Gomez and the Conjunto Bandits right here on Bumper's Wacky Wednesday. Make sure you guys check it out, 7:30.